Do you want me to
tournament.
start or?
In case you need to communicate with your opponent to set up your game or need assistance from a moderator, we've also integrated a chat system where you can do just that. Once the match is over and you've verified your results, your next match will appear when available. Repeat until you're knocked out or have won the tournament. For more information on our platform, check out our Help Center with articles and guides on everything mentioned in this video and more.
What's going on, everybody? We are here with Mr. Aquaman's third Xbox Live Console Combat Qualifier here. Konsole Kombat II in progress. 10K on the line for Xbox players, so huge prizes at stake here. I am joined by Jesser today, and
Hey, what's up,
we're about
everybody?
to watch a bunch of solid players go at it, see who's going to secure that spot today. They'll be joining players like Koizy, K7, Titanium Tigers, King Gambler, Kerbalicious, I want to say that somebody Tweety just snagged himself a spot 2 nights ago in a CGL qualifier. So that bracket is looking absolutely stacked. We're going to try to get another player in there today.
Yes, sir. That bracket looking very good. And of course, today's tournament is for one of those spots. And we got a lot of good players coming up, checking out the bracket. We're still waiting on just a couple matches to get settled and for us to get things started. So just to go over the bracket, we got some heavy hitters here. We got Forever King. We got Dragon signed up. Hopefully those boys show up. We got a Two Easy
there's
signed
some
up.
major names signed up in there.
Honestly, it's such a good tournament to enter, and just the online aspect of it so accessible to just the entire community here. And
I think that's the biggest part, is it's available to everybody. Like there you got to have a wired connection, which is not that big of a deal for some players at colleges. It's kind of harder, but
if you're playing some MK like competitively tournament, like do us all a favor and just get that.
Yeah, absolutely. Ethernet cable all the way. I'm totally fine with the Wi-Fi, especially with this much coin on the line. Having a lag spike happen because your Wi-Fi connection's freaking out is not okay. So that's the only requirement, though, is you got the game and you got a wire, and anybody is welcome to enter, free entry. And with such a huge prize pool at stake, I don't know what the exact breakdown of the prize pool, but like 10K, if they pay out even top 8, you got to win a couple matches, and that's a decent chunk of change for sitting at home playing a game you love. That's insane.
Yeah, exactly. And shout out to CGL for making it Xbox and PS4 as well. You know, like just you don't see a lot of people doing that nowadays. So showing love to both communities out there, Xbox community getting all that love, getting a little piece of that little taste of the tournament too, you know?
Yeah, that is, I think, a really a huge part of it, because it's not just 10K for PlayStation, it's 10K for both consoles. Mm-hmm. And for some of these players, that's opportunities to get into that prize pool more than once. We've seen Tweety making his way in on the Xbox side. He's still, I believe, trying to get in on the PlayStation side as well. I think Koizi is one of the only players currently that's qualified for both. But we've still got other players. K7 is still working his way in on the PlayStation side. So it's a huge opportunity for players, and that amount of coin just for is such a big boon to the. I mean, that's basically like major tournament level numbers that's for. So that is awesome.
And it's also amazing because we do get to see players that normally you don't get to see too often. Like you get to see those Xbox players. Like we saw a lot of Kano last time we were here. Mm-hmm. Just a bunch of Kano on Xbox that, hey, maybe that's where the Kano boys play.
Yeah, there are definitely some strong Kano players over here. I think another player that, speaking of new up-and-comers, we had in just against Tweety last night on the winner side. Tweety reset the bracket on him, but we had a Sub-Zero player by the name of Izzy Sheep that hadn't really been in any of the CGL tournaments prior to that. He had shown up to, I think, my tournament, because I also have some CGL qualifiers that I'm hosting. But he had shown up to my tournament and I think he got like second or third place in my tournament. And then he was second place in the CGL tournament as well. So for those players are, just coming out of the woodwork. They didn't even, some of them, we have no idea who they are, but it turns out that some of they were Elder God level players. So there's only a few of them on the Xbox side, but these are players that have their nose to the grindstone, really putting the work in. And now there's an opportunity for them. And I think that is super duper hype. Of course, those of you guys in the chat, make sure you check in. Anybody having trouble, check in. Get a hold of Maze or Mr. Aquaman in the chat. They'll be able to help you guys with those check-ins, because check-ins are closing shortly, and then we'll go ahead and get underway. We got our first match
queued from this tournament. Make sure you're checking in. You have any problems like that the Dream Eater said, check in with Maze, check in with Aquaman. And like as you were saying about like those unknown players, like those to me have always been some of the scariest players when traveling to tournaments, like going to Combo Breaker, going to SCR. It's like, oh, I have this random in my bracket. And it's like a 50-50.
Did you see ECT was full of so many upsets, and
yeah,
there were players that maybe from an offline perspective we hadn't seen before. Player, like Splash, who's on Illusion. Shout out to Illusion, the team that I'm with. He made it all the way into top 8. We had like players like Susanoo who did really well in his pools, and I know Susanoo does have a bit of a presence. He's one of my favorite players to watch with that Splatoon Jackie, putting the blue stuff everywhere. But like to have them show up in tournaments, even in the offline scene, we're starting to get more I don't want to fully put it as lesser known players or like no names, but it's like, hey, we have more good players in the pool. It's starting to get to that point where making top 16 is difficult. Getting out of your pool is difficult. We saw players like Gurr losing even the first round on the winner side, having to go to loser side because Hey George came out of nowhere with that Frost.
Oh, and Hey George's Frost was such a treat to watch. Like,
that was so much
fun. He made the tournament so much hype, and just that was one of the things I wanted to touch on too. Those third variations that we might be seeing tonight too. Hey George saw what Frost third variation really did for the character with that dive bomb, with the buff she's got as well. And
yeah, the buffs that they gave to her in normals, and then the way that the auger drill works and the air mobility that she has just end up being really, really solid tools for that players that like Hey George was kind of the, I could arguably even say maybe pioneer best, at least offline performance with it, and just really putting it on the map is like, hey, this character that everybody kind of laughed at early on, definitely pre-patch, this character now is an absolute threat. And actually, speaking of, we saw Tweety yesterday. That was the character he played throughout the majority of the tournament. Grand finals, however, because he did get sent to losers bracket by Izzy initially. So when he got back for the run back, he went Jackie all the way, I believe, and was able to close it out. No, wait, he went Jackie and then I think Gears. Not 100% sure, but I don't believe that Frost ended up making a debut in grand finals when Tweety had it all on the line. But still really cool to see third variations. And of course, Izzy, who was in those grand finals, he was playing Avalanche throughout most of the tournament. So we're seeing third variations from tons of characters, and a lot of them are maybe like a little bit of sleeper cells. We were talking off stream about Kotal Khan's third variation.
Yes, we were, and how that can just be a complete wall that we have yet to see in a tournament setting.
Hold on, I was muted. No Kotal play here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I want this to be a clean show. Calm down, everybody.
Sorry, I didn't read the.
Everybody, calm down. All right, I'm gonna go back to the shadows, boys.
Shao Kahn's third variation has things and stuff in it. I was talking about Shao Kahn. That's what.
Oh yeah, the actual Khan, right, for the majority of.
But the Lord would tell us.
Yeah, these third variations. I mean, I want to see a Katana's third variation be played. Even
she got a really good buff in her new one too.
Yeah, her fearless variation, that low fan, and her pseudo dive bomb as well. Kind of like what Frost.
Yeah, the fact that it's an overhead from the air is, and the way you can just do like jump in into low or jump in into overhead, much like how Devora has with her third variation, that flip out move. They're unsafe on block, but it is a bit of a guessing game, and you can kind of force people to make a guess, and it has a crushing blow attached to it. What are you have to have used your fatal blow? Is that what it is?
Yeah, either use or whiff it.
Okay, so it's got to be on cooldown at least? Okay.
Yeah, it's got to be
or not. It can't be available to you. And
exactly.
You have to be, Do you have to be in 30% range, or can you use the second round?
Well, it could be. I believe it could be second round.
Okay, so if I win the first round with my fatal blow and it's on and it's gone, then I can
get to go locked and loaded.
All right, yeah, okay, so that's crazy. So the ability for that to be kind of at Q, that's crazy.
Yeah, and something else I was excited to see at ECT was Jade, actually. Someone I think has been like going under the radar, but so solid just in what Mortal Kombat 11 is, especially with some of the matchups where Dragon did pull out Jade.
Yeah, I really like seeing Jade as well. Yeah, Sonic Fox's Jade was really solid, and I like Sonic Fox's use of just like, hey, showing people characters that they might not necessarily put in these upper echelons, but showing that they have viability. It looks like we got our players here, though. So, Crispy Fungus versus Zuzu.
Yeah, Zuzu and Crispy Fungus. Crispy Fungus rocking with the Collector, and Zuzu picking Scarlet. Didn't get to see the variations that they chose, but we will find out in just 1 second.
Third variation from Zuzu, I think it's called Hemorrhage, and looks like we got the teleport variation. What is that? Back in the pack from Crispy Fungus. I think that's probably the smart choice for Collector in this, just because that teleport is going to be able to sort of be a functioning tool to get around the zoning that I'm sure Scarlet's going to want to make some attempts at.
Just like that, the teleport into the full combo punish here. Oh, and a quick breakaway here.
Knew it was coming, though, with that uppercut.
Yeah, he did. Scouting that out immediately, and that's really an easy scout to do on the first hit breakaway. Like, of course,
I break away first hit every time.
Why not? And then you're gonna eat that up too. But here comes the pressure from Zuzu, and just backing away is Chris Fungus just does not mind.
He's got a solid life lead right now. Although Scarlet character with that heal, if she does catch with a couple of those projectiles, can get some of that health back, but to get it started first.
Daggers into the throw. Oh, try to challenge.
Breakaway either.
Just has to eat this, but no continuation.
I like the use of the command grab at the end there, just keeping him guessing. That's one of the things that collector players don't do enough of.
Yeah, he's keeping it really simple with the collector gameplay, choosing his spot and playing the collector game, staggering these buttons, and now he's just backing away.
Okay, good challenge there with that loco. Ooh, whiff! Not a punish in time though. That was close.
Just getting tagged by that last overhead of the string. That is a little guessing game that you got to play there. Nice flawless block. Oh, nice throw escape as well.
I like the use of the far teleport and then using that extended range on the mace. Just kind of stay at a range where you can hit them, they can't really hit you. Scarlet doesn't have any huge range warm.
He's even mixing it up right there, winning with the big boot and now coming in with the jump in as well. Has Scarlet whipped her back to the... Coming in now with the Rekka.
Ooh! Crushing blow as well. Big damage. 30% health left here for Scarlet.
Trying to get that down forehand. The staggers into the throw. Escape failed.
Uh-oh, crushing blow. I believe Scarlet's got him on both throws as well.
Yeah, you gotta be careful here, especially Fungus. Fungus throwing that.
I think he's doing it because he wins the trade, though, with the bullet he just hit. I think he feels comfortable with this one for life lead.
The bola is a super good trading tool that Collector has, especially with that teleport to get in extremely quickly this one.
Okay, not going to use it, but that next hit likely will go for the throw with that fiddle, though. Not going to be a chance, though.
Catching him slipping with that big boot into some chakrams at you.
I love his big boot too. It's special cancelable. Almost all of the big boots in the game have not been, but that one is special cancelable, has a string attached to it. Really solid tool, and the range he lunges is so far. It's really, really good.
Yeah, Collector, a very unique character, I think we can say.
All right, so these matches, I believe, are first to two until finals. Is the format that Aquaman's tournaments have been. So we'll have winners, losers, and grand finals are going to be first to three, but every other match is going to be first to two, I believe so. So that will be the state of things here, meaning Zuzu on his last legs here on the winner's side if he wants to win this first game, and Crispy one game away.
Yes, he is, and now Zuzu making that switch to our fan favorite, Liu Kang.
Recently nerfed Liu Kang. He's unplayable. Nah, he's fine. He's totally fine.
Oh, yeah, Liu Kang's still a very solid character, and choosing to go with the classic variation that we're all used to seeing. But just eating a big boot to start up the match.
Isn't that how he started off the last one as well? I thought that's how he started the other one as well.
Yeah, he started off the last match exactly like that, and now
punish, gonna crush.
Yeah, crushing blow into the Oki.
He's already got half that life bar drained here, 20 seconds in.
And now, oh my goodness, Fungus sitting on a flawless right now. Went for the
cancels. Oh, the overhead though.
And
again. Oh, he got it. That's the flawless.
That's a flawless. That's a flawless. And that's a good way to start off this tournament. First match getting flawless. Let's go.
Guaranteeing not another flawless, but Crispy's still comfortable with it. Nice roll away. Here we go. Full combo. No breakaway available.
Yeah, Zuzu needs to do something here in order to change the momentum of this match. Right now, Fungus sitting with...
Staying tricky. I wonder if he was trying to catch a roll. Because if you catch a roll with that command grab, that's big damage.
Oh, and just resetting it? Going for another throw.
Good jump out. I like the use of that just hanging out at that range where that collector's mace is going to go further than almost everybody's normals.
Yes, sir. And that was a banish on the flying kick into the...
He caught him. That was very well done. He used that command grab so many times. It's only 13%. It's a one less than a normal throw, but you can't tech it. So it's kind of just like you can just throw it out there. It's got some other cool properties to it, but I really like his use of that command grab in that matchup.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really got into the head of Zuzu there.
Mm-hmm.
Zuzu
And I think
was playing very passively, just sitting full screen block, and it's hard when Fungus is making just such good reads and getting so many grabs off, and you get in your own head sometimes.
Yeah, we saw that exchange in the corner with the bola cancel even, where he just kept on blocking, and that is not a real thing that you have to worry about. You are more than welcome to poke out of the bola, and since the bola is a high, I think you can probably poke out of it like really comfortably because it'll whiff if he does let it rip. But a lot of patience coming out. He was, you know, he had him, like you said, in his own head and able to maintain that pressure. Really strong stuff, though. I like seeing Collector, though. I like seeing Collector. We don't see enough of that character.
Another one of those characters that's just super fun to watch. Aesthetically, his look is just. I love like bald headed, like crackhead Collector. You know, like that's my favorite one. Like I love that one.
Yeah, he looks great
in his backpack and.
The character design for Collector and Gearus and Devora, the more buggy looking Devora, those characters all look absolutely wonderful. I think they really fit too. Cetrion's, I'm a little bit less of a fan of her design, but I mean, I guess there has to be something good and shiny and like full of life, but just like she showed up at the wrong party. Like, we're here killing each other. Are you sure?
Like, you sure you're here?
Yeah, you got the wrong address, ma'am.
But yeah, that was our first match of the night, everybody. We got a lot more coming at you. Excited to see what's coming up next, and excited to see more Collector, more characters that we hopefully don't see too often.
Yeah, I like seeing the underrepresented. And speaking of underrepresented, we were just looking at Scarlet, who doesn't get as much representation, but he was also playing the new variation of Scarlet. Gave that a try for that first game. I personally think the new variation of Scarlet is not bad at all. I think it is pretty good. The thing that I like about that variation, so that's basically the variation that I made in the beta when I was playing around with Scarlet. I played Jade the least, and I ended up playing Cabal the most during the beta, but I did play a bit of Scarlet, and I liked the hem or the blood thing where she, like, you know, blood boil, that's what it's called, where she lifts them up and puts the blood on them. It's a good combo ender. You can get like 35% for a bar, and it gives good knockdown for you to set up. I was playing with Red Rain for no reason, but you can set up the Red Mist or whatever you want. So I think that variation is really fun. And it still has the tongue, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe you lose the tongue with blood boil. But sure. It still has the other zoning tools like the low blood and the blood ball and the straight ball. And I think that the restand of the red mist that she has, plus that it's a dot that can go through people's defensive like breakaway or chip out meter or last breath, that is really, really powerful. Especially you see so many times where games come down to last hit does it. Oh, but he survived because his defensive meter, and that just completely bypasses it.
And you know, it's funny how Scarlet has all these tools, and like we've always talked about how good she is, but I'm waiting for that Scarlet player to really break out. Like we see Gambler play her a lot, and he's had some fantastic matches and some fantastic runs, but I'm waiting to see like that next level of the Scarlet play. Like we saw with VGC with his Shao Kahn. Everyone's saying that character's trash, and the way he's using the tools is to another level.
All right, hold on. I think
we're just waiting on our next matches, everybody, and I'm assuming that we got all our check-ins, all our DQs going. So make sure you're here, ready to play your matches, and ready to get this first round going. Hey, you want to hear more from me? I'm at Just Swift. Go ahead, follow at Dream Eater too. His Twitter's XDreamEaterX. That good old Xbox Live gamer tag.
More of these, right. You got to do Edgelord. There's more of these qualifiers coming up as well. I have one on November 8th that's coming up, and then I think Aquaman still has another one coming up. He did 4 for each, so I believe he switches off on weeks. But the qualifier 4 is coming up as well for Xbox. So still, even if you don't win today or you weren't able to make it today, plenty of opportunities to get into that $10,000 prize pool.
Yes, you don't want to miss out on that opportunity. And again, to sign up for this bracket is free. All you need is Ethernet cable, the game, and the console to play on. So make sure you're signing up for these brackets, trying to get that spot into the $10,000 tournament for Xbox, for PS4. It's a great opportunity, man. So I think we got our next match coming up on deck right now.
Like in the chat, we're gonna have Steak. Genesis Steak is a player, quite a bit of. He's been showing up to quite a few combat qualifiers, and he hasn't won one yet. Obviously, still had some solid showings. Plays a lot of Kano, although he does have some other characters.
Hey, Dream Eater, your audio just cut out completely, buddy.
Character
Eater.
Hey, Dream Eater.
I think he may have unplugged. Eater, buddy.
Hey, Eater. I think you might have unplugged your audio there, and I think you're giving some vital information about Steak and how he was doing so good in the last CGL that he participated in. I believe getting second place in that.
Can you hear me now?
Testing.
I can hear you guys.
You're kind of low to me.
Sound better now? This is weird. What did my thing do? All right, hold on. Let me try something.
I'm getting invited off this next match. It is going to be Steak versus Genesis.
All right, can you guys hear me now?
Talking a little bit of a higher volume, like you're casting.
All right, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Am I making enough noise to be heard? Okay, cool.
You know.
All right, I think I messed with something on accident. My computer got fried by a lightning storm, and I had to get a new computer, so I'm getting used to Windows 10. I had a whole new computer, though.
A lightning storm, man?
Yeah, I must have gotten, like, my power lines got struck with lightning. It killed my capture card, my monitor, and my whole computer. Like, I had this HDMI splitter, so I could have my Xbox go to my TV and my monitor, so I didn't have to, like, switch cords if I wanted to play on the TV, which I never do. But everything connected to that basically fried. I assume that had like terrible surge protection, and something came through and just killed everything. So I had to get a whole new computer. Bad
luck, my friend.
Yeah, it was kind of a good catalyst, though. New computer is an upgrade, right? It's progress. I mean,
you can't ever get mad if you got a new computer. You got to play with now.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's an upgrade, and it's got me some better quality on my stream and stuff like that, which is the main thing that I end up using it for. So I was happy.
Check you out, man.
My Twitch and my Twitter are the same, so DreamXEaterX. That's also where the tournaments are streamed. So that qualifier coming up on the 8th is going to be streamed there. And that's primarily what I've been doing is streaming just the tournaments and the qualifiers that we have coming up. So
awesome. And right now we got our next combatants loading up into the game right now. And I think you were telling us a little bit something about these players.
Yeah, before. I was mentioning Steak. As Steak is a player that we have seen before. He has not been in the winners, of course, because he's still in these tournaments, and once you enter, you are no longer allowed to re-enter. But he has been showing up to quite a few of these, and always has a solid showing. Puts out plenty of players on the chopping block, no problem. He's got quite an arsenal of interesting characters as well. So you've got Kano is the character that he played, I felt like, a lot at the start. But we saw Shang Tsung and Cabal from him yesterday. I think he might even also have a Nightwolf up his sleeve. So he's got definitely some interesting and lesser seen characters. So it should be really interesting to see him here. But I've never heard of this Genesis guy, so what he brings to the table could also be exciting.
Yeah, we're about to find out what Genesis brings to the table, and Steak is bringing a good old Shang Tsung for you.
Now, he is playing Warlock, so he's not playing the new version of Shang Tsung. I necessarily don't blame him. I think I think Warlock is still a little bit better than the new one. I think if Soul Stealer kept his Soul Steal move, he might be better. I think they should give him back that, because he loses access to everybody else's crushing blows, which is like a big Shang thing, and he loses access to his throw crushing blow. So, I mean, he gets a new crushing blow on all four of the major moves, but
and they look really cool though. So like the trade-off,
right? It's a hard call.
Like, are you playing to win? Or are you playing to look good? But here we go. Yeah. Steak's looking like he's playing to win. He's throwing that zombie, but gets caught by the low of Genesis. Immediately going.
That's the 50. You gotta be careful with it. And I believe that is reactable players that if they're paying attention to it can react to it, but online makes it a little bit tougher, unfortunately.
Yeah, online's gonna be a little bit of a difference maker. Maybe that reaction's not gonna be there for him. Just gonna have to really guess for it. Going in for the 2-1-2 again, going for the down one now. Gets a jump over splashing on him again.
And that body splash, players have to realize how to deal with that. And speaking of, that's what Tweety won the last 2 games with Gears. Now I'm thinking about it. He just body splashed his way to victory once he realized his opponent didn't know what to do about it. It's really hard to anti-air. Most players rely on flawless block.
Yeah, you gotta really know your options. If your only option is the flawless block, you gotta hit the lab. You gotta get that knowledge into your muscle memory. Just like the flawless blocks on Shang Tsung's up skulls here. You're gonna try to fight his way out of the corner.
Jump over. Okay. He failed, not gonna matter though for Shang. Shang, and he's gonna get a little less damage. The Shang throws gripes.
Just gonna do that anti-zoning thing that Gears does. Jump back one. Nice read there by Steak.
Okay, here we go. I wonder if that would, is that a throw? I don't know if the interaction was a throw or not. That might be a thick throw as well. I think that might be.
But either way, you catch them trying to roll, but Genesis again fighting his way in and trying to take this first game away from Steak.
One more hit'll do it here. There we go.
Very nice job done there by Steak. Quick reactions on that. On the wake up 2. That might be the wake up that has been hit.
Good projectile. He's gonna be damaged. He's got breakaway. Will he use it? Yep, there it is.
No wake ups now for Steak. Gonna try to get that reversal buttons in, but nice patience here by Genesis.
Okay, more corpse drop coming through. I'm curious if he thinks that that's better in the trade, or like will knock him out of the quicksand, and that's why he switched it up to using that.
Maybe just trying to like slow the pace of the game down to make Genesis think a little bit more about his moves. But that wave dash into the, oh, that's meaty.
And now that fatal blow is going to be available to potentially close this out after a few more hits. Be careful with those zoning attempts.
Fatal blow available for both players now. Match, this is for the game right here. The first game, not close enough.
Oh my god. I can't believe just outside of the range. Like, how did he know? That was insane.
If he would have done one more wave dash in and then fatal blowed,
yeah,
that would have been close.
I bet you if Shang Tsung's idle animation would have leaned a little bit, like it was
so
close.
That was
pixels.
Someone call the police. I just saw a robbery.
Ed Boon protects. That was straight up protection from the NRS gods themselves.
All right, going into the characters like Gears.
Sticking with Gears, looks like.
Gears. I like the decision, just take that break real quick. When that happens, you kind of just want to shake it off.
It's not a bad idea to, you gotta. These are semi-important. They're not like life-ruining or whatever if you lose, but these are very important matches with a lot on the line. So definitely doesn't hurt to take a look, kind of go over your options, or at minimum go over what went wrong, what happened. Where did I let it slip?
It's a good habit to develop as a tournament player to just take that breather, go to tournament, shellac, and shake it up.
In this case, though, all you have to do is wiggle a little further forward. It's hard to reflect on the mistake on that one.
You see, and with mistakes like that, it's like you just gotta tell yourself, just let it go. Next game, I got this. That was just one thing I messed up, and Genesis. Yeah, not slowing down. He's catching him with the low.
Seeming unfazed. He's had consistent, just going in with this pressure, not fearing it at all. He's trying to maintain his positioning. Although I think against Shang Tsung, that's part of what you got to do. You got to stay in there.
Yeah, you cannot let him do these corpse drops on you. Throw these up skulls, and now he's turning the gear. He's trying to get him with the freezing of the time.
Okay, so now he's going to catch him on wake up when he changes out of Gears again. Caught him though. No meter. Oh no, he had the meter. He just didn't go for it. Is that gonna cost him here?
Yeah, he caught him again with that low. Ducked right underneath that fireball. The fatal blow again misses. Just jumping out of the water with Shang Tsung.
All right, we genuinely need to have an inspection here. This seems. That looks sus. That was a
very good jump though by Steak in order to like Shang's hitbox. Like he just throws up into a little ball. And just some characters can really just completely clear their hitbox to the ground.
I'm still emailing NRS after this match if I'm honest. I have evidence. I got 2 games in a row.
He clipped it already, man. Like,
yeah.
But Genesis, these life bars are about tied. He's got to take this match into his favor, but Steak is not allowing that to happen. Catching him again with the counter hit, and that's a crushing blow!
It's done! It's done! Man, I feel heartbroken for him. I really do. I feel heartbroken for him. All those fatal blows with it is so tough to watch. The first one was like, all right. It seemed like it was like at a range, but that second one, the way that he jumped over that, either that was some perfect luck or Steak knew or what, but man, that was tough. Unfortunate, but there it goes. Steak sends another one to the losers bracket. Very well played.
Very well played there by Steak. But honestly, those matches could have gone either way. Like you were saying, that those fatal blows, those heartbreaking fatal blow misses that we've all felt before. And, just little decisions that unfortunately can cost you a match.
Yeah, that's the thing though, is that I don't think he has to take away from it that like he got bodied, because he didn't. Like I don't think he got bodied at all. It was really close. Like you said, the fatal blow is just barely missing. So in the losers bracket, it's still going to absolutely be a threat for players that aren't ready for that.
Exactly.
And then next up, we got Smoked Chimera and Scrub Flavor. All right.
Yeah.
I have
two players I've never seen play before, and I'm excited. I love seeing new players because you never know what's going to happen.
I think I've seen Scrub Flavor play before. I want to say he was playing Johnny Cage. He's playing a new variation of Johnny Cage when I saw him play.
That new variation of Johnny Cage is something to...
Yeah, it's really good. Really, really good.
Just some amazing zoning.
I think the weirdest thing about it is that feels like classic Johnny, and it's weird that wasn't in the game. Like, why wasn't that the first thing you guys built? I like the other variations too; they're kind of interesting, but that Johnny feels good. It's like that's what you would want out of a Johnny player, or a Johnny Cage, like idea or whatever. So he's got all the moves. He's really cool, and we might end up seeing a little bit of that third variation Johnny Cage here today. Then, although that was a while ago, so he might have switched it up a little bit. Can't be certain.
Yeah, we'll see what he picks, and if he does pick that third variation, Johnny's got that down one into the dragon punch. That's just into the uppercut. That's incredible. The uppercut by itself and block strings is
it's really good. They the ability for that to just kind of discourage counter poking, which in this game is kind of a bit of what players like to do a lot of, is be able to we hear it all the time, mashing all the time on block, and even when people are plus or whatever. And that down one is a really big, like, hey, you better stop pushing buttons. You need to calm down. And the thing is,
as soon as you stop pressing those buttons, though, then he really gets to play.
Yeah, exactly. Once you stop challenging him, then he gets to have his day. Or he'll just like throw you. As soon as you're ready, okay, it's your turn. Then he'll throw you. That's how it goes for me. As soon as I'm ready to be patient, he knew. He always knew.
Yeah. We got one of our players in here, Smoke Chimera. We're just waiting on Scrub Flavor now.
All right, yeah, looks like they were having some connection issues. Smoke Chimera, though, rocking the Jade background. And if that means if we're seeing Jade, I don't think we'll see third variation Johnny. I got a feeling that third variation Johnny might not come out against Jade. I think the what is it called? The Rising Uppercut is still a good move. But I don't necessarily know if it's like if it's great enough. Although I guess what else does he get? He's got the parry. Maybe the parry would be.
Nah. But in that matchup, I think first variation Johnny would be better anyways, because his force balls don't even whiff on Jade, the only female character where he actually could get the plus range. So
okay, yeah, you're talking about on block or whatever.
Yeah, on block.
Okay.
So.
Because if you're going to go a straight zoning game, it would be really easy for them to glow through it, and the fourth ball do whiff on a lot of the casts on block. So if you have to get up close because she's not going to let you stay far, first variation Johnny is the way to go.
Exactly. She don't get that purple Norbro open, and it's a done deal from full screen. You gotta get up in that.
Oh yeah, I know all about the done deals on full screen. Jade has been a thorn in so many players' sides, I'm sure. The ability for her to zone while anti-zoning is absurd.
It's just a fundamentally good idea in a fighting game. I don't get hit by projectiles, and I have good projectiles.
Why wouldn't I?
What's bad about that?
There's a couple characters that can teleport or make their way in if they kind of find the opening, but for a lot of characters, it's tough. And the thing about it, as with most obstacle courses, is that once you get hit, you go back to stage one. They nitro kick you when you jump into a air glaive and back to full screen, having a bad day.
And that's the Jade game plan. That's how she's been played since day one of this game. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, right. That's how Jade's kind of been built, and not even just day one of this game. She was kind of doing that stuff back in the day as well. Not as strong, MK9 Jade, not a powerful character, but you could see sort of ideas of it. If she had the low glaive, she could control the glaive. Did she have an air glaive? I know she could steer it. I don't remember if she could do it from in the air or not.
I don't
She could
recall.
definitely steer it. And I think she also had a low one. So, that's a really solid design. And in this game, it's an actually like playable grand finals debutable character. We saw Sonic using Jade in grand finals. The character's good.
And that's where the longer sets and the counter picking is like where you really see a difference in first to twos, first to threes, and how differently they can be played. Because in that matchup we saw Centurion versus Jay, Centurion versus Johnny Cage, and then we had the katana switch up from Dragon just because he had to go to it. He just felt like he had to.
Yeah, I like the idea of players having an arsenal of characters in this game. It was kind of that same way in Injustice as well, where there were less, and I know it does kind of hurt for some, but there were less players that were able to just stick with one character only.
Yeah.
And even if you were sticking with one character only, there was still like, hey, well, there is a character that's better for this. So I like seeing players willing to kind of, spread out a little bit. We were talking about King Gambler earlier being a Scarlet player, but he also has a backup Liu Kang that he's been playing a little bit with. I'm not sure if he's been adding other characters to the arsenal, but he definitely has that character in addition to that character. We even saw, Dragon, like you were talking about, a really, really committed Cetrion player, but he has a katana that he knows how to play, comfortable pulling out in tournament. And I think that's really interesting to see these players with all these different sort of tools in their pockets that they're willing to take out.
Yeah.
Adds to the variety.
Definitely adds to the variety of the tournament play. And I think that's something as the game has evolved that we've seen a lot more of is the variety in these tournaments that have been happening.
Dude, there's been tons of variety. The meta has been ever shifting and not in the weird ways that we saw it with like MKX, even in some ways. It was like, okay, well, new DLC character's out and it's broken. Tanya was that way, Alien was that way. Yeah, it was really rough. Now the new characters are coming out, and I would say Terminator's not that good, although Sonic Fox is looking to prove the world wrong, if you ask Twitter.
I think the thing with Terminator is he's a glass cannon. You could really punish him extremely hard as well.
Yeah, he's the kind of thing where if he gets in, he will terrorize you. If he actually can get in and stay in, but he's got stubby normals with short range. So if you can start to get away, that's what I like to do. I don't want to play anywhere near Terminator just because Terminator is really, really, really tough when he's right on top of you.
And we still got more DLC coming on the way for MK11. We got Sindel coming up in the month of November. Spawn after that.
Yeah, I believe Spawn is. No, wait, no. Then we got Joker.
Is it Joker and then Spawn?
And then Spawn. Yeah, Spawn is in March, so Joker's coming out in like January or something, or maybe near the end of December. Not really sure, but I think Sindel's design is going to be classic Sindel. She's going to have a fly move. I bet nobody in this game currently has a flight move. Ermac isn't back, so she's going to have a fly move, which may be obnoxious. And she's going to be able to shoot fireballs from the air for sure. She's going to be a zoner. I think that's definitely going to happen. There's going to be some cool hair whip stuff. I think Spawn, though, is going to be the really interesting one because that's a character we haven't seen. People just have all speculation, even anything I say about it right now. I think Chain Command Grab Swamp Thing style from full screen. Yeah, let's get it. But,
maybe some teleport shenanigans as well.
Yeah, can he disappear inside the cape and then come out? Like
some Hellraiser stuff, like this. Let's get it on.
And then I'm really curious to see if Joker is going to end up being a legacy character in that he's going to retain a lot of his Injustice moves. If you saw in like Sub-Zero in Injustice brought all of his MK moves and they were retooled, but they were brought in. So I'm curious if Joker's going to have that similar kind of style of like, okay, well, you guys remember the low overhead back one, and that's back 3, 4 now or whatever because it's on kicks, but it's still all going to be there, or if they're going to give him a whole new kit.
Yeah. One thing I'm afraid of is if the teeth come back in this game, that's going to be a scary character.
Yeah, if he has the teeth, or if just because the way that teeth worked in Injustice was already scary enough. And I think part of the reason that character never got super buffed because NRS was like, well, look, if we give him these buffs and he still has all this crazy teeth stuff, this might get out of hand. And we saw even Sonic Fox winning IPS finals with Joker in the end. So I think that you're absolutely right. If he brings the teeth back around in this game, that could end up being a little crazy. I mean, I'm still kind of excited for the idea, maybe, but
we see Terminator who has set up like type of traps, and we see a couple other characters with them, but the way the teeth worked in Injustice, how good they were locking you down with his toolkit when Joker actually got in.
Yeah,
Was something
it was
to
really
fear.
powerful.
But we got our next people loaded up now. Coming
Yeah, we
on
got
to
Trees
the
A1 and the FYC Susanoo.
Susanoo.
So Susano's been playing a lot of Liu Kang from what I've seen. I haven't seen him playing a bit, so it could be different. I don't want to not locking in on any of these predictions, but Susanoo had been a Liu Kang player in the past, so we could definitely see that. And then Trees A1, I think he might be trying out Frost. He said that he was talking about looking to play the new Frost, but not sure if he's going to bust it out today. Okay, look at
Speak
that.
of her and she shall appear. Here's the Frost by Susanoo.
But on the wrong player. I got the predictions almost wrong. It's all good.
Hey, you're half right, man. It's all right.
Exactly.
You're good. Don't trip.
Said we might see Frost. I just didn't say who, is what I will pretend. All right,
Yeah,
so
no, you don't gotta watch the VOD back and like look for evidence. You're good.
right. These are deleted after.
And just that jump in by Susanoo, I think we're gonna see that a lot because of how good it is, and the dive bomb has.
Dive bomb is such a unique and interesting tool. The way that it turns into a low, becomes safe. It's so good.
Trying to press buttons again on Wake Up here. Susanoo getting caught twice now on Wake Up, and against Gears, that's just so scary. But yeah, the end job there.
Okay. Hard knockdown off the blade spin. Oh, that's punishable. Here we go.
And there's the punish, but drops the combo.
He had full meter as well. He could have gone for significantly bigger damage. Fortunate whip.
Oh, but catching Susanoo again here is Trees with that low. Just one more hit's gonna do it.
Oh, there's the low. Whoa, it didn't convert. Okay. I was about to say, why didn't that string connect? But it's not going to matter. Trees able to secure the round anyway.
There's that small hitbox there from Frost. One of the hardest characters in the year to anti-air.
Yeah, he gets real tiny. Talking about Shang Tsung's coming up into a wall. He also very small hitbox in the air. Herbox.
Yeah, I want to see. Oh, speaking of anti-airs, there's one from Susanoo.
And that's going to put an end to a little bit of those, body splashes that we're seeing. And that's what you need to do. If Gears is getting away with that, shut it down.
Definitely, that Gears is just hopping all over the place. You need to know your options. That's what we were saying last match. No crushing blow there yet.
Okay, grab that crushing blow potentially on the 1-1 streak.
Trying to get something going. Oh,
nice counter
it.
hit, gonna crush. Okay, good breakaway. Kind of expected though. If you hit somebody with a crushing blow launcher and they've got breakaway, they're almost always gonna use it.
Yeah, most definitely. Not able to convert that. That could have been the round, but no punish on the no.
He got him here. Okay, there it is.
I keep it simple. Sometimes you just need that baby hit to get the combo to hit and get that round.
Oh, nice anti-air with the forward 3. Interesting choice. Did it work? Okay,
Nice.
50-50 this time. Susanoo was ready.
And there's the combo as well. Not dropping it, shooting out the ice orb.
Okay, so the jumping not quite close enough. Gears wants to be pushing back a little bit though. Ice Lunge, dangerous to do, but he's getting good mileage out of it.
Well, Susanoo's really committing to that stream. That's the second time we've seen the punish. And now there's a crushing blow. That's going to be big damage. Down one counter poke.
One more hit'll do it here. Fatal blow is available though. Okay, there it is. Just a challenge with the big knee. Look at that knee. And that'll be Trees taking the first game.
Taking that knee to the chest to take out the round. Poor Gears.
I thought that was close though for Susanoo. I didn't feel like Susanoo was really at a loss there. There was a couple of minor things like the blocked fatal blow went unpunished because of how far away he ended up being. But there was just like a couple of minor little things here and there, adjustments that need to be made, and I think that he could have absolutely turned that around. Especially the way that fatal blows work in this game, getting into the final round, you always have this big explosive potential. Like I just need to catch you once, and 40% of your health is gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Are we gonna see upgraded? I think upgraded is another problem. This character is insane.
Yeah, upgraded Jackie, a character that has been talked about a lot on Twitter recently as well.
think one of the reasons we didn't see as much of this at ECT is because of how new the character is. But as the life of the game goes on, I definitely think that upgraded Jackie is going to be something we're going to start to see more and more of.
She's definitely a higher execution character, so she does take some lap time in order to get really crispy with her combos. And
Yeah, and that's likely why we did not see her at ECT, just because it's too much on the line to drop a combo because it's still early.
Yeah, but letting it rip here is Susanoo with the upgraded Jackie coming in with that talking point for the quick breakaway.
Trees used to Jackie? I'm not used to this. I've ran into this only a couple of times.
I got opened up by that, bro. I'm gonna let you know right now.
Yeah. Lockdown, nice challenge though. Fully commit.
Trying to get him with the gauntlet now.
He's whiffing those on purpose, looking to build that crushing blow.
But it's not gonna matter because I have the health to use it.
That's what we're talking about. Those combo drops, new variation of the character, not quite ready.
Coming in with the pressure here. That move very hard.
Okay, this is not gonna crush him. Oh no, it is! I only saw two. There was a third one in there though.
Yeah, he must have gotten that third one when we blinked or something because I only counted two. Man, we can't count that.
Go back to Sesame Street.
Every character should have a counter of all their moves that hit.
As a new Cybot player, I fully agree. Counting to 10,
No.
it is so many numbers back there. And Aaron Black gets an ammo counter. Why can't I have one?
Yeah, why not, right? Give it to everybody. But right now, Tree's trying to bring it back. Already lost half his health, but that's one of the about upgraded Jackie. She can really make her health disappear, but so can Garrus!
Body Splash connects. Okay, there's the breakaway. He doesn't have that option again. This might do it. Oh no, he didn't commit to the choke. He's got him though.
Yeah,
gonna snap her neck. That'll do it. Trees will take it 2-0 over Susanoo. I think part of that was, as we were talking about Jackie's head, we saw a little bit of execution drop in there, and I think part of Jackie's pressure and just drop combos in general is that in the MKX you could justify for saying I didn't give him meter when I didn't hit him, but in this game all you didn't do is give him damage, which is what you need to be doing, and that variation has great Oki as well because of that leap, and a drop combo can really spiral out of control.
Yeah, especially against a character like yours, where if he touches crushing, then that's gonna lead to another crushing blow, and then you're dead. So those little mistakes can really cost you. It can really snowball a match and really just kill your momentum.
Yeah, Gears is a momentum monster. He can really just start to run away with it, and like you said, one little drop, you give him that opportunity, he's gonna snap your leg, break your back, and now it's over.
Oh, I just thought of something. Gears crossing over to Injustice against Batman.
Ooh, okay.
Break the bat, like another break the bat, you know?
That'd be pretty dope.
That'd be.
I wonder if he'll be one of the guest characters. I mean, he's now on the MK roster. It'd be a weird one out of all the characters.
Yeah, just get a new face in there, like for some reason.
Because he's not that murderous, and he doesn't have a long history of murder because he's only an MK11. So you could justifiably not put fatalities in there with people being like, "Well, how come he's not ripping his head off?" So it looks like our next matchup is going to be Awaken 6 and Pharaoh Tsunami, according to information I'm getting here. We'll see if those players can connect and make it here on time, though. We'll see.
Yeah, we've had there's been some good matches so far, man. Every match has been close. Something I think is a trend in MK. Like, it's you always have good close matches going on because
the whole NRS scene has leveled up a ton in the past like 8 years or whatever since MK11 or MK9 2011 came out, and it's really nice to see. Like, you used to see early on, the game would be dominated by other players just kind of visiting the NRS scene, and that happens a little bit. Some of those really top, like, Chris G is still a solid player. He's a solid player in everything, though. But it's not as free at all as it kind of used to be back in the day. And now we have so many good players in the NRS scene. NRS themselves have put in a big push for the NRS esports, the way that they handle all the stream. They've got a Twitter account dedicated to it. Like, they have been really pushing the competitive side of things. I think it's the thing that it's better late than never. Street Fighter has had a competitive diehard scene for years, and
Yeah.
MK, I'm sure, has had one, but it wasn't until MK9 that it really got started.
And that's something I'm learning about MK11 too. Is I just bring out the OG. Like people you haven't seen in years are coming out and playing again. DJT is out
so cool
traveling all over the place.
Again. ECT, that was hyped to see him. There was also Ryu 48 was there too. It was so cool to see some old names that
did I hear something?
I think you did. Whispers of a Khan on the wind. I don't remember if this is
he who should not be he who should not be upplayed.
Yeah.
And we got Pharaoh Tsunami and Awaken 6. Awaken 6 with the Liu Kang, and Pharaoh Tsunami with Kotal Khan.
So he is going to be playing Cat Kotal, which is, I think, not a good version of Kotal Khan. I think I'm allowed to say that. I'm allowed to downplay, right? So Cat Kotal is not great. Cat Kotal I don't think is all that good. I would argue the other variations are better for this. That is punishable, but I do what you got to do.
Going for the pounce again here, and just a reversal throw from Awaken.
Yeah, if he goes for that cat too often, then Awaken 6 is going to ruin his day. No, keep the sun on you! You want the sun. Is the sun coming? I don't know what it's doing. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, the sun is now tracking Liu Kang.
Oh, it tracks the enemy?
Yeah, it's with the meter burn, yeah. Kind of moves along with him. I saw like a really crazy clip on Twitter with like 3 defense totems up and the tracking, and it was just it's like a horror movie.
It'll happen eventually. All right, here we go. Kotal will take that first round. The thing though about Totemic is the blood totem. If you can get more than one of those out, you actually get a ton of health back for just hitting just the cat. If you just meter burn through a projectile, you'll get a ton of health back. It's actually really powerful in the right scenario.
Oh my goodness, and just pouncing on him now, taking a bite of that neck, and Awaken is just getting opened up by everything. Trying to press buttons now, gets hit by the unblockable.
The controller has come unplugged, he's given up. Oh, that was a jump attempt, back in. Oh man, I saw that unblockable hit. He wasn't even playing it. That was frustration overload. Or maybe the controller did die, but that will do it. Kotal Khan taking game 1. That's a cool outro. Why have I not seen that more? That was dope.
This is character.
This character's good. I want to learn this character now that Bullock is out. I really actually want to. I'm in this character. He is really, really good. Or really fun. Not good. Fun. He's fun.
And that might have been the most pounces I've ever seen.
Yeah, and definitely that have connected. He hit like 4 or 5 of them. Might have gotten some from the air as well. No fear, just going in with the cat move.
Sticking with the same characters, just need to change the scenery. He needs a breather. He needs to figure out what to do about that pounce, how he could get better punish on it as well and block.
Yeah, exactly. Reversal throw is not enough. You can actually get a full... Well, I don't know, because he's low to the ground, and I've played Pharaoh's Tsunami before. He likes to uppercut after he blocks the cat. That cheeky little fuck. So that uppercut will catch you right in the chin if you're going to swing with one of your jabs, if you're not fast enough on the draw. So we'll see.
And just started the game with an unblockable. Oh my goodness, another
into the cat, into the punishable cat. Did he let his AI play and he's just getting mauled? This is insane. Oh, I'm trying to get away from that big sword.
Finally rolling out and now cashing with the crushing blow, eating a big foot to the face. Here's Kotal Khan trying to go for a down 2. That's another punishment. Not finishing the string.
Stay away from that. Oh, nope. Those fireballs don't count. And now he's going to get that health back anyway. Time is ticking. The sun's chasing you. It's Mario all over again.
It's coming for you. And that's going to be dead. He's dead.
Why did it crush? Is that got a different crushing blow requirement? I didn't even see it. Tech failed. Jeez, this character is not great according to the rules.
Kotal Khan is one of those characters that does have a crushing blow on both his throws, and that kitty meow meow gonna go right to fireballs. The gatito meow meow does not care about any fireballs.
And Pharaoh was on a tear right now. Alright, low poke city. Okay, ducks command grab. Or no, that was just normal throw. He doesn't have command grab, right?
Oh my god, the gatito meow meow finally blocked, and the optimal punish now. I like it.
Oh, can't parry that. It's a short hop attack. Okay, went for the roll, got thrown for his trouble. Oh, wow, that was about to kill him too. He will get through that unblockable with the, or the fatal blow though.
Fatal Blow gonna bring Pharaoh.
He's got so much health though, he doesn't even care. He's got the sun out on him, watch.
Yeah, he could just get up that sun right now. Gonna throw.
Oh, well, you can't approach. Oh no, you pushed him away from the sun. This is the opposite of what you want. Back into the sun. Alright, well, that'll do it. 2-0 to Pharaoh.
Yeah, a couple down force close out that round.
I think that might have been a little bit of unfamiliarity with what to do about Kotal Khan. One of the things about this character is that he is not played by a lot of players. So if you aren't familiar in the matchup, those unblockable setups that he was going for, some of them you might be able to jump or poke out of, but you need to be ready to pull the trigger real quick with that. And Awakened 6 just seemed kind of lost in what was happening there.
Yeah, you did. But that's when you gotta go back to the lab, train a little bit, come back 2 weeks for the next tournament, you know?
Exactly. There are plenty of opportunities for the opportunity again to be in one of these tournaments and get that spot in the 10K prize pool tournament. So Pharaoh floating on the character select screen here.
Just checking out these brackets. We're moving right along, everybody. Already sitting with Cool Breeze and Steve in the winners round 4. So Steve about to come up, and we're about to see another Kotal Khan. Steve is a Kotal Khan player and also plays Kano, resident SoCal boy.
Yeah, so Joey would be our top-seeded player in the tournament today. He's gotten second place in, I think, like 3 qualifiers now. Been so close quite a few times, but unfortunately not able to seal the deal. We'll see if today is the day still on the winner side of the bracket, it sounds like. So we'll see what happens with that matchup. But first we got to... Oh, wait, no, that was 2-0, right? Yeah, so that's what we got.
Yeah,
They're still in the lobby. I'm getting confused. I just saw Kotal Khan get picked again.
they're running another one on the background. But we're just waiting on Steve to join now. And the other matches we got on deck is we still got Trees playing still in this, Smoke Chimera still in this, Steak still in this, making his run.
Excellent. I'm honestly excited to see Joey play too. Joey is a really, really solid Kung Lao player. One of the few players that have really fully stuck it out with Kung Lao. We saw a lot of the Kung Lao community kind of jump ship at the start of the game when they discovered that they can't do 5 dive kicks in a combo, and that dive kick ends combos. But some of those players have stuck it out, and that character is really hyped to watch now.
Yeah, we saw some fantastic Kung Lao at East. Yeah,
dude, Illusion Splash, fellow teammate, did absolutely fantastic.
Even a Scar getting a Kung Lao now, and
is he pulling out Kung Lao? Okay, yes. And then of course we've seen Foxy on Kung Lao since the start. Although I think
Foxy actually
leaning over to Shang Tsung and a couple other characters as well.
Yeah, on his stream I recently saw him playing Fearless. So
okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where he ends up.
Katana is actually good. There's a couple characters that got an iffy third variation, but Katana sounds like she definitely got a really solid third variation. And there's definitely a solid pool. Like I think Noob Saibot's third variation is pretty decent as well as a new player. Some of them like Cassie Cage's third variation. It's kind of hard to figure out what you're supposed to do with those weird low bombs that don't seem viable, but people will eventually figure it out. We've even seen some like collector players using the weird bag bombs and doing stuff. So some of that stuff just takes more time in the lab. It's not as immediately clear what the game plan is or what strengths of the toolkit are, but they're in there. They're in there.
And we got one of our players in here right now. Just waiting on Cool Breeze Joey, the second seed, as you were saying a little bit earlier.
Yeah, top player in here. He's basically been second place multiple times in these tournaments, so he's looking to finally secure his spot. What was that window that just opened? It's not real. It's not there anymore. Okay.
Is that new Windows computer?
Yeah. Right. Is that Cyberdyne in my thing?
Yeah, just CGL tournament, $10,000 on the line. Not here is for the qualifier for that tournament.
Those qualifier or the finals are going to be so crazy. They're happening, I believe, December 5th and 12th, something like that. First few weekends of December, and those tournaments with that much on the line, that is going to be insane. I don't fully know what the format is and the payouts and everything, but regardless of what they try to do with it, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, there's just so much high-level competition happening at these CGL qualifiers from everybody that's hosting the tournaments, and it's been fun to watch. It's been a good MK11, I think.
Dude, I was watching the stream, and Aquaman has a Sajam Madden pen. He can circle stuff on the bracket. That's dope. I gotta get one of those.
The hourglass.
And here it's gonna be, as we were saying, Steve going with Khan and
accurate prediction.
Joey.
Crystal ball didn't lie this time. He's playing Lotus Fist though, so that's gonna be a little interesting. I think that the meter, the resource expenditure on Omega Hat is a lot to ask to spend all 4 bars, but when used in the right situations, and Kung Lao's base kit is really good, it can end up being really powerful.
Nice flawless block there. Has the matchup knowledge against Kodo Khan. Gonna get a full combo here is Joey.
Yeah, that is one of the strings that flawless block it. It's completely different frames on block and is fully punishable.
Yeah, it becomes fully punishable. So let's see if Steve throws out again. The throw escape into the full. You're gonna get charge on that command grab. Is he gonna spend the bar as well? No, he doesn't, but just dash up command grab. He's gonna do a little more damage now, coming in with the mid.
Throw over zone here. Hat for the defense. Poke challenged that. That could have been big if he caught him.
And now Steve being a little more patient here, but presses buttons at the wrong time. He's gonna save it.
Joey's gonna close it out, yep. He can fly. Why don't you fly more?
Fight.
Oh, nice jump and challenge there by Steve, and challenging again on the block. That's
Alright, there's the throw from Joey, keeping him in the corner here. A little bit of lockdown. Okay, this is gonna be command grab ender. Yep, and likely to switch sides back into the corner here.
Yeah, Steve getting that side switch there, catching him with the unblockable as well, and now the
damage. Okay, nice breakaway. Just putting an end to it. He's going to be able to get a full combo here if he doesn't break away, although he's got quite the life lead. No need to just yet.
Well, nice wake up 3
He
by
doesn't have the breakaway anymore, though. Joey is going to have him 1 hit away from death here. Never
and the wake up fatal blow on the jump. That's something you don't want to do in is jump when fatal blow is available. You're gonna eat it.
Yeah, it's really easy to see, and the armor frames will almost always activate before you're coming down with your meaty jump normal.
Exactly, and Kodo Khan, he reaches so high up into the air with this fatal. Well, and there's a crushing blow now by Steve's Kodo. Coming in with this corner combo, gonna switch. I expect that bar.
Alright, momentum back in the corner with him as well. 350 damage. Only a bar spent. And he spent it at the end? That's crazy.
Nice job there. Nice read by Joey to just switch the side. Now he has the corner, has the pressure on Steve.
Loves the corner.
That's where he loves to be now, trying to get that wake up 2, no punish.
He hit him with the orbiting hat, no follow-up. Kick throw.
Stand 1 command grab, something Kodo got access to. He also has a 1-2 tick grab as well. And just a raw command grab. What?
Joey is getting caught by this. Blow. No, Joey, this is what gets you killed every time. I didn't want to say it, but I've seen you fatal blow on block too many times. Cut that out.
And just, that was a mistake on Steve's part as well. Not, he decided to
I looked
launch
away.
him.
I honestly, I looked away. I was heartbroken for Joey. I saw he was gonna do it too.
Steve got the flawless block on the fatal blow, decided to launch him, and it costed him.
Oh,
One
did
bad
he
decision
flawless
again.
block up too?
No, he flawless block,
okay.
punished it with the
Okay.
stand 1, with the forward 1. Whatever that big backhand is that Kodo has.
Fortunately,
That
not
was
enough to close it out.
down.
Joey
Yeah.
will take it.
That was like a bad decision, followed by a bad decision.
Yeah, right. It was a scramble. The end of the round scramble.
Yeah, those are such tense moments where it's just sometimes hard to make that right move. And hey, let's see if Steve can recover.
Now or no? Concut is not the thing. No, that's the same one. I keep thinking Concut is the sword. What is the sword called? The anti-air sword.
I can't tell you.
Some name that is impronounceable. Like
Can I have like a message from the heavens? But here we go into the next match here. And now Steve playing a little bit more patient already, it seems.
I want to let Joey get away with this sort of going ham, but it's starting to work. He caught him. He has the breakaway. Not gonna spend it though. Interesting choice. Is he gonna wait for the defensive? Yes, he's gonna use it for those get-ups. I think that's something that we're starting to see here from Steve. Is Steve likes to hang on to his breakaway and actually use it on get-up attacks instead.
Yeah, that wake up two from Kotal Khan just reaches so high up into the air. No punish on that throw. He was able to duck it, but they didn't do anything. Just the nerves getting to him.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. Yeah, and like you were saying, that not only the range upward, but also horizontal goes really far compared to some of those other wake attacks.
Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful sword, man.
Praise the sun.
Is he unblockable now?
Nicely done.
Oh, no anti-air. Just trying to challenge him with the big sword normals.
Poke from Joey. Now going for the corner lockdown there through the orbiting hat. Keep you safe. Oh, the whiff throw. Here we go.
Yeah, there's the punish that Steve has been
No
looking for,
defense
but just
to break away. He dropped it. Oh, that's
He just-
unfortunate.
Just let it drop, and now there's a whip punish. Not getting to counter it, but I guess
That'll be the round.
Joey trying to do something. That's another tied round. This is back and forth.
Yeah, Steve showing real strong. He's got a couple of minor mistakes here, but really looking like if he could close those up, then he might be able to take this here. Joey's got to tighten up
Steve
the
has been a
game as well.
Kotal Khan loyalist since day one of this game, so he's been waiting for these buffs, and now he's putting them to good use. But the crushing blow here from Joey, not letting Steve do much, has his back to the corner again. Gonna eat a couple spins into the setup.
No, he got caught. No breakaway. Oh, he ducked the throw again, though. Joey getting a little bit too hasty with those meaty throws. Although this might be the round. Breakaway is available. Steve's got to get out of this.
No breakaway
Okay,
using it for
he
the up
saved
two
it.
launcher, but he drops it again.
That is unfortunate. He, like you're saying, saving it for the up two launcher, but the dropped combo afterward is tough. You got to be ready to, if you're gonna be holding that damage and taking those 30% combos instead of breaking away, you gotta have your get up attack combo down. You gotta be capitalizing on that damage.
And that's gonna do it. Cool Breeze, Joey moving on in the bracket. Steve going on to the losers bracket side. Still in the tournament. Hopefully we get to see more of that later. But before we get into some more MK action, we're gonna take a little break for you guys. We'll catch you guys in a little bit.
Ooh, excellent. A word from our sponsors after this.
Hello and welcome back, everybody, to Mr. Aquaman CGL Qualifier for that $10,000 tournament happening later on in December, later this year.
Yeah. Toward the end or the beginning of December, Konsole Kombat Invitational 2 is going to go down. The first Invitational they did was for a trip to EVO. So they actually sent 2 players out to EVO, 1 Xbox player, 1 PlayStation player, and this time they've upped the ante with a 10K prize pool. So unless they're crazy, not just one player's getting 10K, so they're not just making one person happy. They're going to make a bunch of people happy with a really solid prize pool that's going to trickle down to, at minimum, top 8. If it was me, I'd probably be top 16, just because you only got to win 2 matches to get a little money, which is pretty dope. You make a lot of people happy. But whatever they end up doing, huge, massive opportunity for Xbox and PlayStation players. The whole community should rejoice for that.
And in case you're wondering when you can sign up for Mr. Aquaman, the next qualifier for PS4 is on November 3rd. And for Xbox, it's going to be on November 10th. So if you have not signed up for those dates, make sure you're signing up. It's free to sign up. All you need is Etham Decor, the game, and the system.
Yeah,
which I hope you have by now.
Right, yeah, everybody's got to make sure they've got an Ethernet cable. And I believe that the sign up is available for through the bracket link because they're all in the same event. So if you get the bracket link, you should be able to locate the registration from there. If you put !bracket, that should bring up the information for you guys, and you can sign up from there. And 10K is such a huge opportunity. Strongly recommend it. If you got the free time and you've got an Ethernet cable and a love for the game, even if you're not intending to win, I think one of the other things about this is it gives players exactly the experience, that opportunity to play in a heavier setting with more on the line other than playing in ranked, and where players are there to really actually compete and win. Players will talk about it. You've got commentators here now for a lot of these stream matches that are kind of analyzing your gameplay, and that's all tools that for a new player getting into the scene, extremely powerful.
Yeah. And those brackets are going to be on Smash GG. If you want updates on that, go ahead and follow at Mr. Aquaman on Twitter. You can follow me for at Jester Swift, and I believe your at is at DreamX Eater X.
Yep, maximum edgelord with it.
So make sure you give us a follow for all those updates you posted on what's happening.
Yeah, there's
definitely need a tweet in the morning.
Qualifier.
Yeah, you need a tweet in the morning to remind you. Aquaman's gonna have your back.
He posts cool highlights too. I love all the crazy hype highlights from his stream of him just going ham with Kotal on somebody. It's tight. It's always fun to watch a Kotal Khan just tear somebody apart because that character is so hyped to watch.
Yeah, he who should not be upplayed is one of the.
Yeah, he's not good. He's just hyped to watch. He's terrible. He's terrible.
I better not hear Kotal upplay right now. I'll fucking tell you that right now. Hold up.
He who should not be upplayed.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, that's better. All right, we do have our next match. They are here, boys. Take it away.
Ooh, all right, my boy Illusion Blaze here.
Yes, sir. Tell us a little bit about Blaze for us.
So he has been mainly an Aaron Black player since even MKX, although after some of the nerfs that Aaron Black had in that first patch with the scud shot changes, he's been in a little bit of a character crisis, but he always finds his way back to the cowboy, it seems. So we're likely to see Aaron Black out of him here today. He's also been attending quite a few of these qualifiers, but has unfortunately not been able to secure a spot. So we'll see if today's his day, although he's got, people like Joey in the bracket to contend with and some of these other new up-and-comers that we haven't seen much of.
Yeah, and right now he's facing against Blake's Jade, which is just going to get that purple Norp and really nullify a lot of the stuff that Aaron Black wants to do full screen.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what you thought about
they
this
have the Halloween
matchup.
They have the Halloween skin. sorry.
I hope
and this matchup.
Like this.
Yeah, it's one of the things I love about online tournaments is that like people's customs
they're actual ones, customs, not whatever the random game.
Yeah, exactly. And you also got like all the brutality. You have everything that they've unlocked. Like it's so cool to be able to see those things happen at a high level. But yeah, this matchup definitely it feels like Jade is going to control the pace a bit, just with her anti-zoning tools, that purple Nurgle, and she just has, I believe, with the air glaive, just an edge on that zoning matchup.
Look at that, doing it that low to the ground, she's completely safe, if not plus. Big conversion there too. Spending all the resources.
Yeah, understanding where he is on the map, getting the crushing blow and the interactable, and then just that pole twirl to end it.
We actually haven't seen a lot of purple. Was that taunt on purpose to call him out? That was sick. Ooh, nice duck though.
That's that matchup knowledge that Blaze has against Jade. I'm sure he's faced quite a few of them.
Notebook as well. I have not been using that.
One of the great things about being a commentator, we pick up tech.
Oh, dude, I have stolen so much tech. So much stolen tech.
It's one of the great things about Twitter and like the FGC nowadays. So many people posting tech and so much stuff to just steal and just improve your gameplay.
Okay, here's overhead assault. Ooh, he's going for some sort of flawless block attempt here. You saw the unblocked block happen.
Oh, that's a punish. The long legs of Jade reaching all the way over there, canceling. Down. What?
So I think what was happening is he was looking to poke out of the gap between the last, the third kick and the fourth kick in that string, but we haven't actually seen Blake really using that. That string, it does have a gap, but it's also plus on block. So Jade players do like to challenge and sort of see if players can figure out how to get out of that. And it looks like Blaze is looking to show he has that knowledge, but Blake hasn't even been giving him the opportunity to take that test. He's been canceling into that spinny staff every time and catching Blaze's challenge attempts.
Yep, it's really throwing off the flawless block timing that you had to have against that string, and it's like little things like that about MK11.
Yeah, the meta is so deep.
Yeah, there's so many layers to just little interactions like that. Like, oh, I want to flawless block this string, but she keeps canceling. Do I stop trying to flawless block now?
Yeah, I think that as the game goes on, there's some of those late block crushing blows that exist, and some of them feel weird and like they don't make sense, but like Shang Tsung's on Ermac's lift, the reason it's there is because if you do lift instead of one of his flawless blockable strings, then you can catch him with a late block kind of thing. So that kind of stuff I think is going to slowly creep its way into the meta as the game goes. Flawless block is a really good idea.
Yes, it is, and now going right back into this with Aaron Black is Blaze.
Caught him with the crushing blow again. Goes for the uppercut, knew the breakaway was coming.
And just
here we go, counter hit.
That down two so good, and now here comes the...
Just the pressure up with that acid puddle. Rifle shot, no glow to get away from it either. Right now the rifle is empty, but that does mean a crushing blow here with the glow. Ooh, a little bit late with the glow.
Yeah, he understood that the glow was coming, and just a good reaction.
Fight.
Well, I think the glow was an obvious, reaction to that. He'd been hit by so many projectiles that it was almost obvious that the glow was eventually going to come out to put an end to it. But Blaze with the proper read there.
Now coming again with those staggers here. Is Blake.
Okay, no, go for it.
Just wake up two in the middle of the screen. Nice flawless block. And again, what we're talking about.
Okay, punish this. Oh no, Blaze needed to take full advantage of this because now that breakaway is about to come back. He's not going to be able to use his crushing blows again. He's got to be willing to take full advantage of that. One of those things about the game's meter system is that when opportunity happens, you have to.
Oh, now not blocking, not punishing the fatal blow, excuse me, and not closing out the round here.
Yeah, that was a couple of just back-to-back errors there from Blaze that might cost him here.
Fight.
Just calling him out again with that parry.
You can't be expecting to actually parry something. It's got to be a mind game. I love it, though. Oh, yeah, I love it.
He's calling him out from full screen.
I mean, it might be a drop kick, but I don't think so. Can you parry the drop kick if you can?
Yeah, I don't see why not. It doesn't count as an aerial game, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think it makes an aerial. Ooh, okay, here's that crush. The gun is empty as well. He could have gone for a double crushing blow combo, maybe even.
Yeah, but just sitting on such a good life lead.
He needs another acid puddle. That's what Blaze is looking for. Just another acid puddle right now. Ooh, nope, there it goes. Okay.
You're keeping it simple.
I like it. I like it. So Blaze turn it around there, and that will bring us to a final game then between these.
Yeah, let's see if the Jade pick sticks around.
Yeah, I'm curious if because you see Jade in the background, so and a lot of players, their background is their character. So I'm curious if he is a diehard Jade main, or if he likes it in this matchup, or maybe he just has a better character for this particular matchup. A lot of players, even if they have a main, they've got a couple characters that they might like running into when they're up against particular characters that they don't feel their character does well against.
Yeah, but I don't think that Blake necessarily did a bad job in that match. So yeah, sticking with the Jade, I agree with his decision.
Yeah, it's a good call. That did not look too dominant from Blaze's side, and also, you know, that lack of punishes here and there from Jade or from Blaze might indicate that while he does know some of the matchup, we saw him punishing the amplified glaives. There's a couple of little things and little minutia stuff about it that might still yet elude Blaze. So we'll see if Blake can kind of take advantage of some of that as well.
Round one, fight.
Yeah, starting off this match, both going in for that jump in and getting that air glaive here. Is Blake getting a good start to the round? But just as I'm saying that, Blaze turning it around.
Nicely done. Blaze opting to end combos in the acid puddle as well, so gonna get the free damage over time. Ooh, nice mix-up, one for the sweep. Good roll though, but that means defensive meter is gone here. Not gonna stop this combo, but with gravity will instead.
Yeah, we get stop pressing buttons now here. Is Blake catching him again, jumping. Blaze making all the... There's another one.
Very smart stuff from Blaze. That lockdown was intense, and now turning the tables. Blake on final round here. Potentially needs to turn it around here. Nice scud shot.
Extending one bar there.
Oh,
now
no.
Blake sitting with no offensive meter that is spended.
Overhead connects. There'll be a combo here.
Nice,
Damage.
respectable.
That's punishable though. Okay, immediate breakaway. It's caught again though.
Coming again with those back twos. Nice challenge there. Stepping right into the acid though. That's gonna hurt. Is this it for Blake?
I think it might be. He's in trouble here. He's gonna land back in acid, take some more damage.
No, gonna get caught by the slide. No,
Oh man, he could have blocked that and potentially turned it around. And there's
So
no mix-up at the end of that either.
Very unfortunate there.
Yeah, it looked like he was just trying to challenge, saw his life bar disappearing, and wanted to push buttons as soon as he thought he could, but Blaze was going for the full chip out attempt maybe even, and put the slide in on block, and it counted.
And just he played so solid those first two matches, and in the third one it was all Blaze.
Yeah, it definitely slipped away from him in that third one. I will say with Blaze, the only thing that I would maybe say is I want to see more use of that 2-1, 2-1-2 crushing blow when people don't have breakaway. He seems to almost always go in for the taking the rifle out combo, which also has a crushing blow attached to it if he's emptied his rifle too. So it's not a terrible thing, but that'd be the only minor adjustment I would want to see is like toward the end is he might have actually had the combo to kill him at that last exchange before he even needed to if he would have gone for the crushing blow, big damage combos. And I think that's one of the things you got to be willing to spend those resources because acid puddle underneath that would have been fine. But Blaze still solid play coming out on top. And next up, we got Soul Warrior 71K versus MK Hemi.
Anything is possible when you're playing MK.
Yeah, right. So for this, we saw Soul Warrior as a really solid Shao Kahn player. So I'm really curious to see if he'll be busting out his Shao Kahn again. One of the few players that we see putting in, obviously we all know video games, putting in tons of work with Shao Kahn, but there's a few other players that have really been willing to put that time in, and Soul Warrior is definitely one of them. And then Hemi is I think he's pretty committed to Kitana. So we'll likely see Kitana versus Shao Kahn here. That's my prediction.
That is a matchup that pretty favorable for Kitana. She's so tiny, has good zoning tools, and we'll see what variation the Kitana is going to be picked. That's really going to set the pace of the match, I think.
Soul Warrior immediately locking in with Shao Kahn here.
Cycling through the variations is Hemi. And think about Shao Kahn, his stand one anti-air might actually...
Standing one is one of the best tools in the game. It's +4 on block, it's super fast.
Yeah.
Got good range on it.
And Kitana, one of those characters that's extremely hard to anti-air. Kitana's like, she's hard to anti-air, so Shao Kahn stand one might be the trick to doing it.
Now, he is not playing the new variation, which has the anti-air spear, which would also be a really good tool, I think, for dealing with her because of the extended range of that move. But he doesn't have that. He's going to be going with the Lucid Emperor classic version of Shao Kahn. We've seen quite a bit of that Annihilation and the Annihilation version.
And here comes Hemi throwing those amp fans already that did get changed from a high to a high. but Soul Warrior catching him with that launcher and the razors.
Alright, more fans coming out. That second one.
Oh, and trying to poke after that second razor, but just Hemi is letting it rock all the way to the third. Nice cancel. Just catches him with the razors again.
Hit by that, you basically get put back into that same scenario of having to figure out how to block.
It's an endless vortex of razors and blocking when you are playing against Katana.
That's what we see a lot of Hemi doing too. I've been watching him play in quite a few of these tournaments ever since Sedini and Razors got changed. He basically does that constantly to play to figure out an answer. So every string he's going to do this, and if you don't know how to deal with it, then he's just going to keep doing it until you figure out what to get around that.
Yeah, and those razors do so much chip as well. So every time you block it or get hit, you're taking a good chunk of damage. Just a simple combo string, the back 1-4 into razors lets you get 240, I believe.
Yeah, it's really good. And in like plus frames on hit and everything, it's so good.
Yeah, it's like plus 27 on hit or something, so she's free to dash up and do whatever she wants. And now Soul Warrior gonna try to fight his way out the corner. That down 3 anti-air from Katana, another great tool she has.
Out here. Okay, there, Annihilation after the down poke, okay. No Pershing blow available though. Oh no, he walked into it. And that'll do it for game 1. Hemi with the fatal blow to close it out.
Yeah, it's that fatal blow, one of those kind of a projectile, doesn't go very far, but
yeah, I honestly don't think it would have hit him if he didn't move. He moved into it.
Yeah, it catches a lot of forward movement. It catches a lot of jumps. It has a great hitbox for that kind of punishing.
Because I think it hits at a range where players typically she doesn't hit at. So it like extends out where players feel safe against Katana, and through the whole game you've been safe there, but not when that fatal blow's on the table.
Exactly.
Nicely done though, nicely done. So Hemi locking it down in the corner. We basically, once the first round ended in the corner, we didn't leave that corner for the entire second round.
Yeah, even Soul Warrior, when he turned the tide, he's like, nah, I'm staying in this corner because that's where Shao Kahn wanted to be too.
Yeah, right. Shao Kahn, another character that does really well in the corner. There are definitely a few characters that are fine in the mid-screen. Noob Saibot comes to mind as a character that will gladly combo you mid-screen and still get solid damage for it. But then there are definitely characters like Shao Kahn or that like have really, really good Oki setups and stuff in the corner. He's got the big overhead obliterating hammer, which actually launches in the corner. So he's got some interesting stuff for the corner.
And let's see how the offense is mixed up here now. Katana, Hemi going for the... Yeah, the booty is very minus on block. Don't matter where you get hit.
Now he's actually busting out that highborn stance. We hadn't really seen the half-blood stance coming out in that first game. He wasn't using it, relying mostly on that the Edenian razors, but here we're seeing a little bit more of the half-blood stance.
That's the thing about Katana. She could start off just by doing razors, and she cancels like that, catches pressing buttons, and all of a sudden you're back in the situation. And you're dead now. It's gonna be so much chip.
Ooh, there's the punish. Okay, so shoulder will punish. Soul Warrior gonna need to write that down in the notebook. Keep track of that. Catches him with the 4-4. No, not in time though.
My father's
Anything is possible when you get that back row into the back 1.
Round 2. Fight.
Right now, Hemi is about to potentially close this out. Okay, there's a few toss, not close enough for it to be a mid though, so it's duckable. And tiny female hitbox.
A nice challenge there in the area, getting that down 4. I think that's something that we need being abused a little more, is that down Shao Kahn.
That has really great range on it too. Swings the big hammer.
Come in with the razors again. Yeah, he's getting afraid to challenge down the razors. It's just allowing the down 3 to just steal his turn. Hemi's just rolling away with this one now.
Ooh, punishable. Yep, nicely done. Try to get in there with the shoulder charge, but not going to be fast enough, and Hemi will take it. Ooh, mercy. Never mind. Hold on. Playing with his food.
Yeah, not letting this finish. Maybe he wants that kiss brutality.
Do that one.
You just got to get a back throw now after mercy. Trying to give him a little besito. Yeah, but this might end up biting Hemi.
He went for the throw.
Oh, there's the jump.
Oh no! Okay,
The torpedo blow.
oh, here we go. Turned it around.
That's what happens when you play with your food. Sometimes it does not work out in your favor. And
Fight.
now we're sitting on round apiece.
The Warrior coming back after the Mercy. And he's going to give him another chance here, though. Here comes the pressure. Certainly working on a flawless right now. Half of that life bar gone. Oh, there's the throw. Is this going to crush? No! It was a reversal counter, not a reversal punish. Oh, man, they need to change the inputs on that. Or the crushing local requirements on that.
We're getting another throw here. Jumping in now. The down 3 anti-air from Hemi. Gonna cancel. Gonna go for the razors now. Nice challenge there by Soul Warrior.
Soul Warrior's starting to figure out where he can push buttons after those razors. He might have been just given enough download time to figure this out after that Mercy.
Again with another down 3 there. Stealing the turn back again. That's something that Henny's been very good at doing, but that Mercy might have caused it in this game.
The throw text? Oh man, this is gonna be so crazy if he beats him.
Yeah, it's something he's gonna have to clip for his own ego. Nice teleport on the reaction to the spear. Like,
There it is, the wake up!
what's gonna happen? The jump!
Oh my god!
The besito!
What a scramble at the end! I can't believe he jumped over him and then Shao Kahn punched the wrong way. That was so crazy.
Speechless.
Oh man. Well, all of that, it was worth it though. What a payoff at the end.
I need a second.
That was insane. That was so goofy though.
That was such a that's a scramble.
Yeah. That was
My hands got
ridiculous.
sweaty watching those last 5
Once the
seconds.
neutral jump punch whiffed, I looked away. I can't watch. This is so much. Oh man! All right. Well, Henny will take it though. 2-0 over Shao Kahn. That was so close though. So Shao Kahn now heads into the was that loser side? Was that still winner side? Right. So
Yeah, I believe that was still winners.
Kahn is going to be headed into the loser side to start collecting some skulls. You guys are going to need to be careful down there.
Yeah, so that leaves Trees and Breeze Joey. Versus
Cooper
It's
Joey
Delicious.
will be up next. So
Wait,
Cooper-
that one was still winners? Yes, it was. Yes, it
Okay.
was. So the winner of that one's gonna be facing Blaze next. So
Ooh,
Henny's gonna be
okay.
going up against Blaze.
Oh, all right, that's a good matchup between those two. And then we also have for top 8, Cool Breeze Joey versus It's Delicious. Looks like what we are looking to summon the combatants for now. So we'll have Joey, a Kung Lao player, and Delicious been playing mostly Sonya. Not 100% sure if that's going to be the case, but I do believe so.
So man, this tournament has been close matches, hype matches like we just saw. And
Yeah, these matches are super insane. Like, just watching these players kind of have this back and forth, and you can see that these are players that know what they're doing.
yeah,
Once he started to sort of figure that out, was definitely making a comeback. It barely slipped through his fingers, and like his punishes with Shao Kahn were pretty solid. His use of like knowing, okay, I need to shoulder charge here. He got caught once, I think, and that like basically cost him the whole game in the last one. But he made that adjustment and was able to get the punishes with that shoulder charge quite a few times in that last game there after the Mercy.
yeah, and I just seeing again, like we were talking about earlier, seeing some of these brutalities, you know, like the ones we don't get to see all the time.
Dude,
The
that's my
Besito
favorite
one is like
favorite.
I play Katana and I don't see that brutality too often, you know,
Right? It
because
doesn't happen often.
and it's not something I'm normally going for in a tournament, but shout out to Aquaman putting on these hype sets for us. And
I'm really
yeah,
glad
see some of
that
this-
these online tournaments allow those brutalities to rock, because there are so many cool things in the brutality system. The way that it just like you can go from beating somebody to fatalitying them is essentially like
Yeah.
it's so cool. I actually make a bunch of highlight videos for my tournaments of people hitting brutalities on each other, and like it's genuinely heartbreaking that you can't do that at tournament unless your character happens to have their starter
Mhm.
brutality be comboable, or you know you can get a cool setup into the throw or whatever. But if they would just open the gates on that, it'd be so much fun to just let players have at it and go for all of the cool stuff.
Yeah, and it's something that I've seen discussed on Twitter recently is that for tournament variations, it just unlock all those brutalities, and
Yeah.
to just allow it to happen in tournament, because as you say, it just adds like a quick, super dope end to the match that is so
They're
satisfying. Yeah.
Look, I get sick of seeing fatalities after the first week. Like, I don't want to get fatality anymore.
I don't want to
It's
sit
fun.
through it either.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to sit through it. I just want to play again. I will gladly sit through your ultra combo into brutality because it's always sick. It's always sick.
Exactly. Like, they're so satisfying to watch. They're so beautifully animated too. Like the developers of the game just did such a great job making unique and different brutalities from any other game that we've seen, just taking it to like the next level.
Oh yeah, brutalities are such like a hype new sort of thing that like you have ultra combos in Killer Instinct and what is it, Street Fighter, you hit somebody in the corner and you'll knock a bowl of soup on their head or whatever, but nothing compares to people just getting their legs blasted off, getting exploded. Noob Saibot actually just got a new one with his rising up kick where it would like it obliterates them, and it also works on the amplified low slide, so you can do like big long combos into low slide for the kill, and it's so sick. It's so sick, and that kind of stuff isn't gonna happen in tournament, but we might get to see it here today if somebody busts Sync Double and has it unlocked.
Yeah,
they should let them rock in tournament though.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely on board with the unlock all brutalities. It's just as a viewer of the game, it just makes it stand out so much more. And
I think the other thing they got to try to figure out, I don't know how they do it, because okay, so they dealt with players doing quick restart, which was like the answer to skipping the ending and super animations and even combos, and it's honestly really anticlimactic. It's not good for tournament. And tournament mode lets you turn off quick restart, but now players just pause and go to fighter select. And like you have to have that fighter select option there because otherwise they have to play out a full button check. If there's not a way to get back. So it's like, do they have to put in like a button check stage that only gives you 15 seconds in tournament mode or whatever? Like, I have no idea how they fix that, but now players just get away with it another way of skipping that.
Yeah. Well, with the brutality thing, like you wouldn't even need to like go and hit rematch, because like I'm still doing my combo. You're not gonna press start on me with.
Oh, they will. They will. If they know it's a game-ending combo.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, they're done. That pause button's gonna hit so hard.
You're 100% right.
They don't want you to look good on stream. How dare they? But they will. No shame. All right, here we go. We got him in here. It's Delicious versus Cool Breeze Joey. Sonya versus Kung Lao coming out here as anticipated. Stand down.
Hourglass.
It's gonna be that Sonya, that Kung Lao. Ooh, nice bucket head there from Sonya too.
Yeah, that's the other cool thing too. We get to see their customization stuff. Like, it's the random stuff sometimes shows some cool stuff, but I think it's more interesting to let some players show, even though it's not a bunch of personality, there is that little bit of flavor that you can do. Like, my favorite color is purple. If my character's got a purple outfit, let's get it. And I like that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you just want to have that classic look. And
here we go. 30% in the corner. Orbiting hat also out to pressure.
Nice throw here. Throwing Cool Breeze Joey has a very nice life lead.
Working on a flawless. He's one hit away almost. Here's the orbiting hat to maintain the pressure again. Okay, there's flawless broken, but still going to be enough to kill. And Joey will take round one.
Round two.
And Joey's been looking very good in these past 2 matches that he's been on stream. Looking very comfortable, has the matchup knowledge for whatever character he's facing, and just being very patient. The flawless block in the second ring.
Arguably one of the players with the most matches in these since he's made the grand finals a couple times, so he has gotten more and more used to seeing these characters and some of their tools, so he's going to be a tough egg to crack.
Yep, it does also allow for the opponents to kind of study Joey as well, though, so.
Yeah, that is very true. He has been on display.
But even being on display, he's still going to turn this match around, switches.
Ooh, that trade would have taken it, but not going to happen. Sonya will instead snag around and we're evened up. Final round. Okay.
Nice. And that's a whiff punish on the down two. Gonna try to continue the combo, but a breakaway, and now getting caught again in.
Oh man, did he expect a second breakaway? They only get one. Oh man, another flawless victory on its way potentially. Never mind, spoke too soon. There's
that commentator's curse. Delicious not letting it happen. That's a good chunk of damage there. Just a couple more of those, and Sonya's right back
He's gonna
in
turn
it.
all the way around. Oh, never mind. There it is. Jump over, jump kick into dive kick, and Joey will take game one.
Kung
Wait.
Lao wins.
That was very close, and just for Delicious, it just turned the tides. Had the corner positioning, but we've been saying all day, just that last decision of the match gonna just cause Joey to win it.
Exactly. It comes down to those final niche moments. Because the thing is if he would block that jump kick, Joey wasn't hit confirming that jump kick. He was going right into dive kick. So if he would have blocked that or recovered in time, or if it even maybe whiffed, it could have been a very different result.
Shang Tsung.
Delicious will be sticking with Sonya here, though. Looks like.
Stand down.
It didn't do terrible.
Yeah, I expect him to
And-
stick with Sonya all the way, definitely.
And Sonya, she's the type of character where one match does not matter because you're coming in and mixing.
Yeah, exactly.
got-
His character's 50-50 game is one of the best in the game.
And she's got great tools to zone as well. But against Kung Lao, I don't think that's what your game plan is. Trying to get up in there and make sure he's not jumping around all over the place like a crackhead.
Yeah, Kung Lao is definitely one of the characters with, honestly, better tools than I think people give him credit for dealing with zoning. Just the way that his mobility works, he can actually get around a lot of fireball spam.
Well, not committing to the full string there is Delicious.
Here we go, that connected on the ground as well, able to spin. And there's no breakaway coming to save him either, 37%, and even more against Sonya. This might be enough, actually. No breakaway yet. Ooh, just outside of it. Joey
didn't
one
have-
hit away.
He didn't have the bar to continue that dive kick. And if that would have killed, that would have been sick. But just a couple staggers. Gonna get the job done.
All right, Sonya in trouble here. Delicious needs to turn this around. Trying to make his way out of the corner. There's the low, and that'll do it. Switch sides for us here. Nice throw to send him back towards the corner as well. Now it whipped.
And now here's Joey again. Gets him with the short hop into the down three. One of those mix-up options that every character has access to in this game.
Ooh, nice up three. And the jump kick will beat the down one anti-air attempt. So it's not going to kill, but it's going to be close here. 40 health left to go.
Oh, catching with the low gets the cancel. This is going to be big damage. And the corner has...
The breakaway. Should have gone for the fatal blow earlier. He could close it out. He's going to get the chance right here. No need for the fatal blow either.
Yeah, that down one anti-air is so good from Sonya.
It's the hitbox. It's slow, but it's got a huge hitbox. Nice conversion here from Joey.
Yeah, but once you get that timing down on the anti-airs with the down, you step your game up to the next level, and let's see how consistent Delicious could be against Joey doing that as the corner position. And calling it a draw right in his face!
No fear.
No fear. Catching with the overhead, nice
He's
block.
got to turn it around. He's starting to do so. Here we go. Keep him on that side. Throw to switch sides here. One more hit from Joey will do it. That fatal blow queued up and ready to go. Oh no!
It's just now has fatal blow available himself.
Enough? No, he should have gone into fatal.
Why wouldn't you with the draw?
Okay, that was sketchy, but Delicious able to clutch it out there. So definitely coming to life in that final round here. Let's see if that'll last into game 3 though. Time set up.
Yeah, it's gonna be 1-1 now. Back and forth on that last match. We've been finding ourselves in the corner quite a bit.
Yeah, these matches have just been going straight to the corner. We don't see really too much mid-screen play from these players, it seems. The zoning matchups have been basically getting smothered.
Sonya Kung Lao.
Yeah, both players have been doing a very good job at just staying in each other's face.
Shirai Ryu Fire Garden.
Going into the fire garden. Both players sticking with the same variations.
I think Joey switched actually. He's got Z-Hat now. I think he was playing Omega before.
Round
He
1.
definitely was playing Omega last time we saw him. Because he was using that Orbiting hat. So
You
now
are.
he's got the Z-Hat for the setup.
You're definitely right.
See if that makes a difference. Although that is one of the things about Kung Lao and Joey. He's got two viable variations, and he's got plays both of them very well. Wow, doing it point blank like that. Dillish just looking to challenge, but not quite close enough. You gotta challenge it on block. You can't let him just throw the Z-head out.
And there's the counter hit. Not gonna spend the bar, gonna switch the side. Both players at mid-screen and just a dive kick.
Z-head on block, you gotta challenge. I don't really know what Sonya does to challenge it, but she's gotta do something. You can't let him get away with it.
You might as well mash down one if it comes down to that. You can't just let him throw out a Z-hat right in your face.
And in a lot of cases, I think a back one should be enough to punish it. It's 9 frames fast. That same speed as her down one moves.
And there's a punish there, taking him all the way to the corner, trying to get something going, but Joey pressing buttons.
This'll do it. This might be enough to kill as well. Full combo, yes it is.
It doesn't drop it this time, gonna get that round.
All right, final round for both of these gentlemen here. Who is going to advance? And this is the top 8 as well, I believe.
Nice patience there by Joey, just standing in his face, getting that grab. We're just gonna do it on hit.
The throw crushing blow coming back. I think Joey's gotten that in all 3 of these games now.
He tries to get that anti-air with the down one, but doesn't work out. Catches him with the overhead after, but no confirm there.
Caught him. Forward 4 interrupts the fatal blow.
And that is gonna do it. Joey taking that set 2-1. Moving on in the bracket. Delicious not out of it, of course. Still has his losers run to try to take some more names, get that run back maybe against Joey if they end up meeting again.
Exactly, not out of it yet. It is going to get a little bit harder in that loser side of the bracket, but it's still not over. And we've definitely seen players come from the losers bracket. We saw earlier this weekend, Tweety did it, I think on Friday. He came from the losers bracket to win the whole thing. So definitely doable. No reason to fear when you're down there. And I don't know who this other person is. Is that who our next person is? Is this Blaze's opponent? Or do we have an intruder alert? Yeah, security.
Hey, who let this man in?
Who is this person? I will send them a message asking them to leave. Unless they're supposed to be here. If Aquaman wants to let me know if they're supposed to be here.
So it's like
that is not Hemi. Unless he does change his name.
Yeah, we had someone infiltrate our King of the Hill. I'm not quite sure how, but can you please get the fuck out?
Yeah, you have to exit the building, please.
Please exit the facility. Get the fuck out of here. I don't care who you are. You could be Sonic fucking Fox. Suck a dick and get the hell out of my goddamn King of the Hill, you son of a bitch. God damn it. Fuck!
Oh no, a problem has arisen.
Oh. You know what?
Are we gonna have to redo this?
He's not my friend. I don't have him on my phone.
I don't have
me.
I don't have friends. On
Or
this account.
or chat, do we troll him? Do we tell Blaze to leave and just leave him by himself for a bit? Let's see.
We could totally do it.
All right, I'm gonna tell Illusion to back out. Hold on. All right, Blaze, back out. Yeah. and now we wait. Now we're gonna sit here, chill, while he sits here by himself. Because I've got nothing better to do, if I'm being honest with you.
Hey, I'm hanging out, man. I'm having a great time here, just chilling out with everybody.
Let's see how long it takes. We'll give him. Let's see.
Are we getting forfeit glitched right now? This is not okay. If we're getting forfeit glitched right now.
I'm chilling. So what? You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? Just because I'm money hungry, I'm gonna run an ad real quick. So everyone who is subscribed to the channel, you're gonna be here while we still shit talk. But everyone else, I'll see you in literally 60 seconds.
Man, they need to up the security.
Who the fuck does that though?
I have no idea. I don't know who this person is. He's not. I mean, I've seen this happen before. I've got enough Xbox friends and ran enough tournaments to have a random invader come in every. but they're usually quick to leave once you tell them, "Hey, man, this is a tournament. You gotta get out of here." But I've already sent this dude a message. I'm trying to be nice. I don't think it's working.
I'm gonna put some emojis in the chat.
There we go.
Yeah, we got.
Oh,
Yeah, it worked. It worked. Oh, godlike play. Big brain.
Oh man, that was the boot. Man, I should have tried that. You had the tech. You
gotta make the big dick read sometimes, dude.
Perfect.
I'm not
He
gonna.
sent me a message that says, "Oh, okay." I'm not gonna take the blame here, but he did send me a message saying, "Oh, okay."
All right, so people that weren't subbed missed it, but Jesser gave this man the middle finger with an emoji, and he immediately left. Like that. That was the indicator right there. That was godlike. I respect that.
All right.
Let's get Blaze and Hemi back in here then, or Hemi in here first place, I guess. Now that the imposter has gone.
All right, I'm gonna go back into hiding, boys.
All right.
Secret spot.
And yeah, man. So if you're just tuning in, we just got info by somebody. We had to put down the law before we get this tournament rolling again.
Regular road out on that, man.
So we're waiting for anything as possible, and of course,
Dude, that's
Blaze
the
to
thing with
join
these
back.
online tournaments is that they do have that weird factor of also people can randomly enter that aren't in the tournament. That's how open the entry is that if you can find the door to the lobby, you can get in. I don't know why they haven't made private lobbies, like fully private lobbies. I think you can do it through the rooms, but it's still like janky and weird to do. And it's not private as much as there's only a number of slots, so it like fills up quicker, but not ideal.
And so this next matchup is going to be Aaron Black going up against Katana if history tells us anything.
Yeah, that's what I think we'll see. And I like Aaron Black more than in the Jade matchup. We saw Blaze end up being able to run away with that one at the end, but I think that the ability to anti-zone with Scud Shot is going to be far more prevalent in the Katana matchup.
So what I'm interested to hear about this matchup is how Blaze is going to use that low poke to challenge the Razors, because he has solo to the ground. He's able to really consistently challenge the Razor with down one and really even low profile some of Katana's mids. He could go under
sweep also gets him really low to the ground.
And just let's see if he was even watching Henny's last match and if he learned anything about how to just when to press buttons against Katana.
All right, so we are going to be also seeing more of the Half-Blood stance, so the Union Razors are going to continue to come up here, which I think that so far Hemi has been so he's definitely been able to push with that variation and that tool set, so watching it.
Yeah, immediately went for the cancel there into the throw, wake up 3, getting the back 2, into the Razor pressure.
That chip is so much.
Yeah, you're eating a bunch of chip, and if you're on last hit, it's still eating your defensive meter.
So much damage bleeding out as well, but throw will close it.
Yeah, that was basically guaranteed for Henny. All that bleed damage,
Round 2.
Razor, and it would have chipped them out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the bleeds, they don't initially, like on the surface, seem as strong as just getting the damage front, but having that bleed damage when you can tack it onto a throw, help you with chip out and stuff, it's actually really good. And it's unscaled too, so it doesn't get scaled in combat when you're doing it. Yeah.
And just unloading the rifle there is quick.
There was a purpose for that one, and that crush.
And he gets that crushing blow as well. Gonna just sweep him. Quick round.
Oh man, Katana's skirt is completely broken, at least on my game. Alright, there it's fixed.
That was a little something for everybody out there.
Alright, good ducks. All blocking it. I'm taking a lot of damage from that, but still a little bit.
Another possible. And standing in the acid here.
Yeah, that's fine. Blaze is gonna be okay with her glad if she's standing in acid.
Going for the back 2.
Got caught.
Now. Oh,
no, missed it.
Connectioner. Is he gonna pick it up? No, he drops it.
Caught him again though. Gonna break away. Blaze looking to stay alive here. Last bits of life here. Doesn't have the meter for another chip out situation either. I think another pulls it out. Okay, shoulder check is in.
Chip territory.
Oh no, the fan! He didn't have another meter to throw another one too. He could have ducked that and maybe turned it around. That was unfortunate.
So Hemi's gonna take that first game, man. In that third round, we really saw a difference in the style that was happening. That second round was very decisive on Blaze's part, but Hemi really switched it up, turned that around for himself.
Yeah, absolutely. He was able to sort of get that momentum, continue to run with it, and yet again, the match played almost exclusively in the corner. We got to the corner and we did not leave afterward. Both players just looking to lock their opponent in there once we found it.
And the big mistake there by Blaze was he did try to press button in the corner on hit after the razors. He just got blown up by the back 3 low. But going right back into it, Katana and Aaron Black. That's not changing.
I kind of also want to see more Scud Shot potentially in this matchup, just because I'm blatantly curious as to what the interaction is with Scud Shot is in like point blank with the Edine Razors. Does he shoot all 3 of the fans and can he punish it? Or, I mean, I'm sure you can't even get it out, so, but I'm still curious as to how it works, because those are projectiles, like Jade's Glow, for example. Those fans just fly right through them. Well, you can't do it on blocking here.
Yeah, that's one of the things about that matchup with Katana that they have to look out for. But in this matchup, not sure if the Scud Shot's fast enough to get in between those razors, but Blaze was doing a good job at utilizing it on the screen, but Hemi right now just sitting on such a huge life lead.
Yep, starting to run away with this. There's that Scud Shot, but it's got to spend meter for it to be an offensive tool and a defensive tool. So I'm not going to be able to do that all day.
And we haven't
counter hit.
And we haven't seen Hemi use a side from a distance either. Does not want to risk like Scud Shot or a rifle. So very smart.
Okay, no, it's a kill. I don't think it's a kill, but it's gonna be close. Yeah, this last hit's only gonna do about 40 damage or so. He's got 73 life left right now. Yep, 41 health left, so that did another 30 damage. He caught her though. Nice use. That was very well done by Blaze. The patience. Hemi just wanted to tag him with a projectile, but you can't do that to Aaron Black.
Shooting out a standing one, and now the rifle's out. He's walking down.
See the clip. He wants access to that crushing blow. I'm sure. Okay, here's the punish. Yes, take. Get the damage. There's no breakaway to stop it. Take it all while you can.
He challenged that cancel after eating the booty, and now does not mind putting.
Here we go. Another attempt at that combo that just dropped. Acid puddles out. Ooh, the fatal blow. That'll put the stop to the acid and the.
Very smart fatal blow there. Halting the momentum too, getting a chance to regain his composure and maybe turn this second game around.
Oh, that doesn't work on that? Oh man. Katana players rejoice.
Nice jump out there, keeping the pressure here.
Nicely done by Blaze. Challenging with those strings. We see a lot of Hemi just kind of going with the offense. Players don't know when it's their turn, but it looks like Blaze has been able to find that spot where he can start throwing some punches of his own and able to make quite a few connections with that, and that'll give him the game.
Yeah, Blaze is recognizing the cancels now and really challenging them with these standing buttons and not afraid to press buttons on some of this pressure. And yeah, now I want to see Hemi now. Pokes. Yeah, it's not just poked, it's standing buttons. Some of those cancels as negative as like 8, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And so Hemi's not blocking after, so that's even more room for you to kind of take your turn in the middle of that.
Exactly. A lot of Katanas not trying to block after their cancel. They're
Katana.
Catch you slipping, just off on your reactions.
Okay, so kind of browsing around the character screen. We saw Katana for a moment, but now he's back to the default position. We saw you. We know you're there. You cannot pretend your controller died.
Raiden. Katana.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Sticking with the Highborn.
I think Highborn's good. I think Katana, especially with the new buffed amplified fan, that 3 variations, right? That's across the board.
Yeah, it's across the board.
Yeah, so
the mid fan's across the board, and the air amp fan is across the board.
Oh, okay. So she got some new universal tools that kind of made all.
Round 1.
Yeah, she got universally some changes that just make her a little better. And something I do want to see is that air fan from Hemi, because if you able to get a deep jump 3 into the air fan, you're sitting on some advantage.
It leaves you plus even? That's crazy. Or is it?
Yeah, you can get it pretty low to the ground, and then by pressing something, they're eating a back one again. So
I'm gonna empty the whole clip. No bullets left here for Blaze. That's not a bad thing though, as he is gonna have access to that crushing blow then.
These life bars are
showing their trick.
And he could have gotten more off that air-to-air, but just gonna eat a slide now. Rolling out of the acid, gonna throw fans right in his face. That's gonna be a crushing blow combo. No breakaway.
A little bit of damage left to do. She's now basically stuck on that side of the screen. Don't land in it.
He didn't even have to try to punish.
No, he didn't. He knew what was gonna happen. The science had already been done beforehand. Blocked. Oh wow, getting a little bit too hasty.
Just being so low to the ground that we're still able to pick up that last hit of the back 2 string. Watching his toes this time, not getting hit in the shin, launched into the air, gonna get caught by the jump. No, he isn't.
Okay, there's that low poke. Okay, taking this turn. What's the side switch? It's gonna be real easy. Aaron Black is sending her toward the corner. Only a little bit of health left, but it does mean fatal blow available. So the next crushing blow could end up spelling disaster here for Hemi.
And this is 1-1 in the set right now, so Blaze...
The acid fatal blow about to be ready for Hemi. Oh no! Blaze! No!
Oh, he gets caught by the fatal blow!
Oh my god, Blaze didn't commit to the fatal blow, instead Hemi was taken with fatal blow of his own. That is unfortunate for Blaze. Blaze needed to pull the full trigger on that. Hemi will take instead. Final
And he
round
was
game 3.
not afraid to let his fatal blow rip, and he definitely did, and just catching Blaze.
That is a heartbreaker. Alright. Blaze, gonna even up these life bars here. Has a bit of a life lead. Minus, but she's still standing in that acid. She recovers her fan.
Blaze has been very successful on these slides, now a down 3 to challenge the jump out. Here's some more Adenia razors.
Okay, rifle launcher crushing blow is available.
No punish on the wake up 3 whip, and now here's another whip. Oh my goodness, we're pressing right now. Here comes some more back 1-4s into the razor. Nice buttons there by Blaze.
Be very careful here, Blaze. He's got the rifle launcher. Go rifle. You gotta spend all your resources when you've got him. Push her back into the acid.
Is that gonna be a punish? Yes, it is, and is that dead? He's dead!
I can't believe he just died right there.
Hey, call the police again!
My nuts
The
are
throw
literally
tech pushed her back into the acid, but not far enough.
so good.
Call the police!
That is a
No, why?
criminal activity.
I just saw a robbery!
That was
Why
ridiculous.
didn't he cash out?
I'm writing down his plate number right now. He's not getting away with it. Blaze should
didn't he
have gone for the
cash
crushing
out?
blow. He needed to go for the rifle crushing blow. There was no rounds left. What were you saving it for? That is unfortunate, but that's the way it goes. Hemi was going to use the resource. We saw Fatal Blow come out when it needed to, and that'll do it. So Blaze goes to the loser's bracket, and Hemi will continue to advance. That's a real heartbreaker. Blaze, fellow teammate, man, I really wanted you to get that. I really wanted you to get that. That would have been sick.
That was in his fingertips. And anything is possible, man. Just came and said, nah, this is my game to win. That was a heartbreak. That was a heartbreak. But moving on to the bracket, was that on the winner's side, right?
Yeah. This is. I think we're getting mostly winners action for tonight, so we should have another winner side match coming up as well here. I believe. I stood up. I gotta move my.
So I believe we're gonna get Joey going against Trees coming up next.
Ooh, excellent. Okay, so this was Joey, obviously on the Kung Lao. Trees was playing, I think, Gears is what we saw from Trees. So Kung Lao versus Gears will be interesting.
Yeah, what do you think about that matchup?
I think that Joey is going to feel comfortable in that matchup as well. I think Gears his low sand is great for characters that like to stay on the ground, but characters like Kung Lao that feel really comfortable in the air, I think that he's going to be kind of fine, sort of dictating the pace, standing where he wants. He's going to teleport in whenever he wants. Maybe he'll play as Hat Tricks because he can do the air teleport. But ultimately, I think that Geras is going to have to work to lock him down, and Kung Lao is a pretty elusive character, or can be.
So he's one of those characters, never stay on the ground or never to stop pressing. So let's see how Joey really, as you're saying, gets that lockdown on him and doesn't allow Kung Lao to do those Kung Lao things.
Yeah, exactly. That's really going to be the thing is Geras going to be able to smother this man and stay on top of him, or is Kung Lao going to be able to just sort of get away with his game plan? And Tree's locking in right with Geras away, so we are going to definitely be seeing Geras, at least for the first game. I know he lists a couple of characters on his resume, if you could call it, so a couple other characters in the arsenal too. I like that fist he's got too, it looks cool.
The gauntlets.
Yeah, some of the gear in this game is really, really thick. Some of it's kind of like, it's whatever. Some characters have less interesting things to change. Like changing Geras' fist is super cool. You don't see it enough, but it's still really cool that you get to change that. But like Kung Lao's got like a little pouch on his belt or whatever you change. That's less interesting.
Yeah, this match already starting off with a whiff sand trap and a whiff dive kick. Gets caught by the low here, and the follow-up just missing.
Confirm into the choke. Here we go. This is going to be big damage. Joey doesn't have a breakaway to stop it. 32%.
Oh, whiff throw and just punishing with low poke.
Yeah, you got to be willing to take bigger damage from that. Here we go. That's
like
a big
that. That's going to be big damage, but just a quick. That was a drop, right? Looked away.
The combo drop. The breakaway wasn't there. That was just a fortunate combo drop. And here's the character that can easily crank out 50% with all of his meter if you hit somebody with the down two crushing blow.
Oh, and just a big posted challenge there, just with a throw on the gauntlet. Not seeing that. Catching him with the low sand here, though. Yeah,
that's the mix. Players got to be ready for that block timing of the click sand and the overhead. You get hit by that overhead by itself, it's so much damage. I'd say heartbreaking, but it's more backbreaking than anything. It's insane.
Now has his back all the way to the corner. Joey gonna just fight his way out, gets the throw, reverses the sides, crushing.
Big damage. All right, here we go. Now it's Tree's turn. No breakaway to stop this. Breakaway is going to be available after this, though. Will he do it? Ooh, not going to give him a chance. I like that. That was actually pretty cool.
Did that count as a whiff?
I believe so. That should have counted as a whiff. I don't think he blocked it. He was immortal.
He's got two locked and loaded, I believe, now. And catching him, pressing him back.
There's another one. Yep, that was the third. So this is going to be the big crushing blow on it. Yep, and that'll do it. Trees will take game one.
Yeah, there goes your neck. Snapping necks all day is quick. Game 1, 2 rounds in a row. Trees looking good.
Pretty quick. Trees is looking really strong.
Great job, great performance there by Trees. Joey just, as we were saying, the difference maker of this matchup was going to be how good Trees was able to lock down Joey. And he did it. I didn't see any really jumping or pressure or Kung Lao shenanigans.
Yeah, we didn't see any Z hats on block. We didn't see any Omega hats to keep the pressure going. It was a lot of Geras dictating the patch, and what we saw more of was Joey just trying to get away so he could get into that position to start his stuff going. But Trees was able to just smother him, stay on top of him, and that ended up being the big deciding factor here. So we'll see if Joey can make the adjustment going into game 2.
Now here we go. Z hat teleport. Still sticking with it. And of course, Trees locked into his and character for the second game since he win the last one. So it needs one more to move on in the winners. Yeah, the winners final. Waiting for Hemi.
Okay, here we go. Poke war. Oh, whoa! You can do that? I think that's because he was charging it for too long. I don't really know the rules of the game. You can't charge that one, can you? No, that's when you can't charge.
But here comes
Oh, man,
Joey
trying to
getting
challenge.
that. Yeah, he got the Z hat right in his face.
Short hop into low. Smart stuff.
Now whipping some
For the
buttons
one.
again.
Go for the Z hat pressure. Wow, this pressure was dominant here. We saw Gearus smothering Joey last time, and this time is Kung Lao smothering Gearus.
Yeah, that was a beautiful adjustment there by Joey.
All right, nice conversion. Here we go.
Immediately getting
Triple
in with
spin
that.
combos. Okay, never mind. Gotta go for this cat step.
Oh, and he cancels it as well.
Ooh, okay. Crushing blow on that. That is huge.
Yeah,
Bro,
no
no.
offensive meter now, though, but he might not need it.
Yeah, Joey's character is able to do damage without necessarily needing meter if he can catch a spin. Okay, throw loops. Part of a balance breakfast.
He's really trying to do all he can to stay in this match. But just as quick as that first game.
Yeah, this has been a slugfest here between these two, back and forth. We saw Trees take the first one quick, and we just saw Joey with a dominant performance in that corner. And we also saw Trees making a couple of mistakes even. We saw that a little bit too much of a delay on that down 2 uppercut for the crushing blow. A couple of little minor errors that at this stage in the tournament, this deep in the brackets, that is going to be a real big problem because, you know, like every little bit of damage is going to matter. Even in that last game, we saw Blaze just not using a crushing blow. He did his combo. He just didn't do the optimal big damage once per game combo, and that's why he lost. You got to be willing to capitalize and maximize every little part of it. Min-maxing is the way to go.
Yeah, but now we're seeing a switch to the Tree Lady, her sentry.
This will be interesting. Cetrion, I think, is another character that actually struggles against Kung Lao. The Secret Lore, Koizi is like one of the best Cetrion players on Xbox, but there's this other player, Puke, that plays with him that doesn't enter tournaments because he's too busy. He kicks the shit out of Koizi all the time. So one of our best players has a monster in his waters that beats him all the time, and he does it with Kung Lao. I think Kung Lao actually has some good tools for dealing with Cetrion's game plan.
Yeah, but it's not going to matter if you're eating a crush.
Short hop low. Jumps over the wall. Here we go. Cetrion doesn't have any breakaway to get out of this. I almost called him Koizi. I've seen Koizi. Koizi, if you're here, shout outs to you.
Yeah, but Trees now has his back to the corner. That crushing blow to open the round. The health bars are looking like this. Gonna whiff rock now.
Be careful. The Z-Hat just going to give it a chip. Nice flawless build to reduce it down as much as he could. The dive kick will connect and do it. Joey on set point. Yeah,
Joey's
Koizi's
having
here.
a complete turnaround.
I told you I do it, man. I call this character you all the time.
And now Joey's looking real good now. Has the other throwing him out of the corner just to keep that mix-up going, keep the
Yeah,
opponent
I think
guessing.
he's looking to pull the tech escape fail on there so we can get that crushing blow queued up.
There's that grab on the teleport now, trying to convert off the Z-Head, not able to get it.
Nice jump out over the poke. Ooh, there's the rock wall though. So right now Tree's just trying to get some long distance game going. Wants to stay at that full screen where Cetrion definitely is going to feel more comfortable against the Shaolin. Nice, caught him with the overhead. Oh, the fatal blow will whiff. Hits the punish. He's dead. Okay, just breakaway. Never mind. Spoke too soon, but the throw will do it. Joey is going to take it. Or wait, is this winners finals? This is semis. This is semis, right?
This was semis, yes.
Okay, yeah, so this was semis. So next match is first to 3, but this match, that will do it. Joey takes it with the brutal 2-1 over Trees.
Sir, very good adjustment there by Joey. And that first one got completely. I can say he was dominated just because he was not able to set him. But these next two games were just. He was looking solid. He was.
Yeah. He stayed in. He got that pressure that he wanted in the corner, which was really strong. And then moving into the Cetrion game, as Koizi kind of pointed out in the chat, Joey knew the matchup. Joey knew what to do about Cetrion. He's played that matchup a bit, and I think that Joey kind of knew what he was supposed to do to get in and get around some of Cetrion's tools, and he was absolutely able to do that and really put on a good show for that last game.
And now Joey's going to be facing off against Hemi, who just had a very hot set.
Yeah, very hype, very down to the wire though. like just minor changes in the way that the time-space continuum went, and we would have had Blaze here instead. So this will be interesting. I mean, the thing I would say is that coming into this winners finals, Joey is definitely looking a little bit stronger. Hemi got here through a scramble, and not trying to take anything away from him, but that was very close. And whereas Joey is coming in here with much better matchups that he feels a lot more confident and better about having taken the W on that. So we'll see if that ends up being a factor here, because Hemi's going to have to recalibrate and be like, yo, all that didn't matter before. I am going to be fine here. New set, new game. Let's go.
And it's going to be Katana versus Kung Lao in that matchup too, which is very, very interesting, I think. Not something we see too often at all in a tournament play. Just Katana and Kung Lao meeting up in a winners finals is the first time I'm seeing it.
Yeah, that's definitely an uncommon experience. Although looks like we are going to be doing a quick break here as we get our few last opponents in here. We got to let the losers bracket catch up. Everybody else should get up and stretch your legs. You don't want any blood clots. Drink some water. Make sure that you guys are all good. So we're going to take a quick ad break, earn a little money here from Mr. Aquaman, and then we'll be back with some more matches. All right, and we are back here with Aquaman's Console Combat Qualifier number 3 of 4. There's going to be more of those coming. So there's another Xbox One and there's PlayStation. Got 2 more left for PlayStation coming up. But we are now heading into winners finals here. This is going to be a first to 3, one of our first to 3 matches of the night. There's going to be 2 more in losers and grand finals, but this is going to be our first to 3 with Hemi versus Cool Breeze Joey. Katana versus Cool Lao.
Yep, and 2 players we've seen on stream a couple of times now. They've been a pleasure to watch so far. That hype Katana gameplay from Henny last game, and of course just a solid adjustments from Joey and his set that we just finished watching.
Yeah, exactly. Joey has been looking really dominant. In times here is that Joey has had multiple second place finishes here in these console combat qualifiers. He has been just outside of qualifying quite a few times. Is tonight going to be his night, or is he going to have to tack it up on the chalkboard as another L to take home?
The way he played that last match really shows how hungry he is for that win.
Yeah, absolutely.
He made a perfect adjustment, just making all the right plays to really bring that match back from the 1-0 he was down to make his way into winners finals.
Yeah, exactly. We saw that first game went to trees, and then Joey was just like, no, I'm not losing. I'm not doing that. And completely adjusted, was able to lock him down in the corner, made the right reads. The throw strike game was pretty solid as well, and staying on top of that, making sure that he was, basically pushing the buttons he needed to. I think we said he got the throw crushing blow all 3 games. So his ability to kind of get in players' heads and force that tech escape failed. First, that's the first thing you got to do is you got to get him to fail the tech, and then you got to get him to not tech the next time. So really, really pushing to, make sure he could get all of his tools, and really solid job. Henny's having trouble joining according to the chat, but we'll get him in here shortly, I'm sure. We do have Joey in the lobby currently, though, so just waiting on one more player to join us here. Or you going to get DQ'd, Henny? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we're on the other side. We're on the losers bracket. We're still moving on, and Steak is still in this. Blaze is still in this. Trees, of course, waiting for his opponent, and Soul Warrior's still in this. So we got
we are
great players.
Down to our top 8. In fact, I think we have almost confirmed our top 8. There's a couple players to kind of figure out. So I think we're in top 16 right now. So a couple of those matches finish out, and then we'll have top 8 basically fully confirmed and together.
Yes, we will. And of course,
I'm going to see Soul Warrior. Out of all these players that are left in the tournament, the Shao Kahn player. Yeah, that definitely is the most hype for me. Because you see that, I think, one of the rarest.
Oh, definitely one of those characters that you never see played, even online. Like, how many Shao Kahns have you into?
Online, I ran into maybe 2 that were like actual Shao Kahn players that didn't accidentally pick the character, or like, I wonder who this guy is, that kind of shit. Like, you put work in with this character, okay. And they were really solid, but you do not see them very often at all. Ooh, punish going to Henny right at the start here. Joey's got to calm it down a little bit.
Yeah, he decides to save that crushing blow as well. The crushing is on.
Oh, okay.
And nice soft. Hanging on to him. Doesn't want to spend on the very first one. Yeah, good catch. Just a throw from Henny. Why not?
Joey running out of life here. Oh, kicks over her head. That's going to be the round as well. Oh, no, he's in the breakaway. Okay, this risky move, but if he can turn this around, it will end up being worth it. It's always worth it if you get the W.
And tries to anti.
Oh, try
punish.
Well, no punish.
But if he gets caught in one more block string, it's going to be chip. But is this going to be dead?
I can't believe Joey got away with that. Joey's been fatal blowing on block since the dawn of time. I've seen it happen so many times, and I cannot believe that he got away with it at the time. Joey, cut it out. It's not going to keep happening. Your luck will run out.
Yeah, it's the second time we've seen one of his fatal blows go just completely unpunished. We saw it against earlier. And now we're seeing it here against Henny, just getting away with his Joey, but
right players have got to be ready to make those punishes. Somebody hands you a combo like that, you better be taking it. Oh, teleports in. Not gonna have enough life left for this though. This is dangerous. Chip out already there. Last breath is spent. And there's the low play.
That was a great adjustment by Hemi to do more of a zoning game, to allow Joey to make them in the, not the other way around.
You beat the booty with the Z hat. That's crazy.
Not many things in this game beating out the booty.
No, not at all. Z beats B. That's fine.
At no punish on the spin, very tricky.
You better take that. Another spin just went whiff there. Could have been big.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of damage just left on the table here.
There rolls away from the Z hat. He went for the throw that time. Not in time though. Okay, and that'll do it. Hemi with the Edenian Razor corner. They do so much damage on block. They do so much damage on hits. Really solid.
I think he was expecting a throw there as well, so he just got caught ducking. It's a three-way mix-up with the razors on the hit, because in the corner after razors plus 27, you get a short, just a short hop. She could do a throw. She could do a short hop throw.
So you actually have enough time to do a short hop. That's crazy.
Yeah,
They need more though.
Yeah, it's plus 27.
That's plenty of time. You do not have many things that are that +2. Like, look at Cassie's nut punch at the end of combos. +2. That is a super low number. +4 if you hit him high in the air. Oh man, double with the frames.
It is so plus, like, whiff completely.
That's ridiculous. That's good. That's good though.
But let's see what the mix-up is here from Joey's gameplay. That was the first game, right? Going to Hemi in this first game, set.
And this is the first of 3, so Joey does have a little bit more room to kind of experiment and tweak his strategy here.
There's a lot of room for adjustment here, and we've seen Joey is very adaptable.
On the damage. Hold it. Nice jump in. No, doesn't get the conversion though. And the counter hit, no crushing blow though. Just like the ring stand, or the, I should say the continued stand. Okay, no meter to get out of this either. This is Joey's first attempt at some damage here.
Just holding all this pressure now is Hemi. And he could have ended it a little bit earlier, but works out for him anyways. Down 3 into the back 1.
Fight.
Both fans will connect here. Joey's looking to make his way in, and he's keeping him out.
Here's some more razors. Those razors in. No version off the jump kick.
He's got the conversion this time. Oh no, he'll drop it at the end. They're still got 25% out of that though, so not bad. Hemi running out of life here. Oh no. Tag.
There's more chip as well. All those razors, all that chip damage.
No uppercut though. Oh no, the block. Okay. What is happening here? What are we watching?
Yeah, and just no punish on the dive kick, but Joey just pressing gets caught by the back 1 again. Could have cashed out, got the crushing blow, but luckily the razors.
Yeah, I think Hemi's doing the same thing that Blaze is doing, in that he's doing bread and butters instead of spending resources where like it doesn't matter. You can end the game right now. Give him an extra try. He's still getting the W, so you know it's fine. But those are those kind of little extra bumps that you're going to want to at some point take, because if you do qualify tonight, you're going to be a bunch of other people that are super good, they already qualified well before this. You've already played them, and you've lost to a couple of them. Joey's lost to 3 of them in the grand finals.
And honestly, there's really no point in that kind of situation to save the
right.
It's the end of the match. Where's it going to
game over? Do it. What are you hanging on to it for?
Mm-hmm.
Spend it all. Alright, Joey floats around here on stage select. Do the tournament stage. Give us tournament stage. Yes!
Tournament.
In the game. I really hope that once the Pro Tour finishes, that they give us all of the tournament stages. You can pick which one you want to play on. Because that'll be a shame for the ECT and the Combo Breaker stage to have only existed and been playable for a week. Because those stages are too good. They're so beautiful.
Yeah, every color change and the little details they put into this stage.
Yeah, on ECT it says just MASH or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it, man. NRS has done such a good job at really caring for the competitive community.
Yeah, the whole NRS push for esports has been fantastic. I really hope that they continue to do that. Now we see Riot Games getting in the esports fighting game arena. It's about to step up, so NRS is hopefully going to be able to keep up with that.
And nice up 3, getting the anti-air somehow on. And that's a combo punish, cashing out like.
Okay, yeah, we're talking about him. He doesn't want us to make fun of him anymore. We weren't making fun of him. We were just saying. Oh, there, no, not that though. Oh man, now he got something new to talk about. Don't fatal blow in neutral.
And I'm assuming that he just expected some buttons to come out after like
looking to make one out. What? The amplified spin catches at the end. These are bonkers plays here from Joey, but they're working out.
He's
I
already got
hesitate to
one
call
round.
them big brain plays. They're like small brain plays that you wouldn't see coming.
Well, Joey putting himself in the corner there.
There you go. That could connect. Ooh, that's going to be the crush. That'll be the game as well. Nicely done. Set up there. Joey went to aim or end in the dive kick, and then he just jumped. And he saw what his opponent did. As soon as he saw something he could dive kick, he went in for that 30% crushing blow and the game. So Joey on the board here.
Yes, one apiece. First to 3, going back and forth.
I'm down for
Joey.
holiday stages too. Somebody's saying holiday stages on the tournament. Yes, do it. Give us a Christmas stage. I think they might. Maybe they will.
Man, they should.
What's stopping them?
This is one of the reasons I want this game longevity to break the NRS cycle
Oh, I
because
hate the NRS cycle. 2 years.
because there's just so many opportunities. Like, man, I wanna see Katana with some bunny ears. And why not?
I kind of want to see the end of fighting game sequels to a degree. Like, I just think this is such a great platform to continue to add stuff to that it's like, why do you need to make an MK12? You have this great system and set of mechanics that you could just continue to add to. That's kind of what Smash Ultimate has almost became, and I have a feeling that's what League of Legends game is going to be too if they do it right. It's not going to happen.
And what we also see it in other genres of games like Fortnite. To speak of that, just came out with Fortnite 2 to their game, right? It's the same game, just with an updated package, and we see that with the rumors of Overwatch 2 happening with new updates and just revamping the game and adding new content. It's something fighting games has a tremendous opportunity to do.
Yeah, these are great platforms that you can keep people hooked on that. That's what will count. Joey one hit away from closing this out. Hemi no meter left to save him either, and that'll do it. It's into the forward 1. Joey will put himself on the board here in game 4. So this set potentially going to go the length here, as if Joey wins this, we're going to go into a final game, game 5. Wow, the jump 3s are connecting, taking a play right out of Splash's book there. I don't know if you saw, but there's a clip of Splash at ECT doing jump 3 like 8 times in a row.
Yeah, and that's how you play Kung La.
Exactly, that's how it's done. That's written in the scrolls forever.
Canceling the Z hat there. Is Joey getting this full combo in profitable, jumping back into the... Oh my goodness!
So this is going to be a momentum shift. This is going to be some big damage, and maybe he's just trying to bait Joey into spending his fatal blow on block, because that's what he likes to do. Don't do it, Joey. No! Oh, okay.
The fatal blow connecting for Joey that time. That's the first time that I think we...
I don't think we're getting a fatal blow hit.
But that's going to be the next game for him. Taking 2.
Game 5 here. And Joey taking it 2-0. That was quick. Joey definitely had started to. That having that third game has been exactly what he needed to get that little extra sort of adjustment time, figuring out what he wants to do. And now he's going in here, final game, and he has the momentum.
Yeah, I think that's the thing we could say that Joey has been really succeeding at in this tournament today is his adjustments.
Yeah, we've seen him go down and lose the first game a few times, and it's unfazed, or at least be on, like, hey, if this guy wins again, it's over. And him just, pulling it together and being able to clutch it out. So Joey right now looking to do the reverse 3-0 here versus Hemi. Hemi, though, still really solid in this. Also sticking with Katana. I think he probably stuck with the same variation as well. I didn't actually watch, but I'm sure that's what it is. Yep, Half-Blood Stance on the board. So it's weird. Half-Blood Stance costs 2 slots, but half the time you wouldn't even know it's in this variation with how much we see Hemi using Indian Razor.
Yeah, we're seeing Hemi really rely on there's more blood stance. Not really even throwing size all that much, but
yeah, and we saw in that other matchup where the first game Hemi did nothing but razors, and then later on he switched to doing half blood stance cancel. Maybe that's part of what he needs to do is go for some half blood stance cancels and start grabbing.
And there's the first cancel that we see, and just Joey was ready for it.
Yeah,
just
he was
challenging.
Talk about it. Unfortunate. I gave away your secrets. I'm sorry, Henny.
And now Henny gonna see if he can challenge here. Deciding not to crushing blow, just gonna keep up the pressure with his Demon Razors.
I think he's going into a Demon Razors every single time. It's not even about making a decision, you know, later on in the string. He's just doing it. Oh no!
The delayed fatal blow. Everybody that plays MK11 has been bodied by that.
He tried to poke him out of it. You can't do it.
Just give it to him raw sometimes.
Fight.
Alright, so Joey needs to get these next 2 games. Penny 1,000 health away from closing this out.
Favorable trade for...
Okay, there's the half-foot stance for Joey. Like I said, just absolutely ready for that. Joey, if you're taking the bait on those half-foot stance cancels, maybe it's not a good idea to be going for.
I think he needs to change up where he's canceling. Katana can cancel and hit back
He doesn't have to at the end of the strings like he's doing every time.
Exactly. If you're doing it at the end of the strings, the opponent's already getting ready to do something. So
yeah, their turn is coming. They feel it. So do it early.
Exactly. So if you cancel and more...
Oh no, no, he's on the first blow. Oh, the crushing blow. Speaking of, Henny's got one of his own. Okay, Joey out of the corner. No punish though. Here we go. Big combo in the corner, and Henny out of meter to stop this. Henny also no fatal blow to save him like we saw in that first game, or that first round.
Rip catching him with the neutral jump kick. This is going to be...
Joey not going to be back in time. Here's the throw. Only a little bit of health up for Henny. He's turning around now. Jumps out. Henny trying to get some pressure started, but again, Joey just challenging it constantly.
And that is gonna do it. Joey bringing it back again. Solid adjustments, good play, and
My controller died?
we
Did
now
the lobby
we're
die too? Oh,
this is the lobby got GG'd.
Alright. Why do you do this fatality, Joey? There's a better one. He's just trolling.
Fatality.
It's because look, now Katana's wearing the hat.
Ooh, okay, he's trying to share. He's trying to share. He's not about killing, he's about sharing. He's spreading the hat.
It was an accident. Your head wasn't supposed to come off.
Yeah, I didn't mean it. She moved into it, let's be real. Alright, so that means that Joey is going to be on the winner's side of Grand Finals, where he'll be comfortably sitting, knowing that he can lose 3 games, basically a set, and still be in it. So he's going to have the advantage here. His opponent's going to have to beat him 6 times. But before we can do that, we got to figure out who that opponent is. So we're going to hop into the loser side of the bracket. This time, these players are playing for keeps, and people are going to be going home out of the tournament should they lose now.
And the 2 people that we have seen earlier tonight in Blaze and Steak.
Okay, excellent. So
This
it's going to
is
likely be Shang Tsung and Aaron Black, although Steak does have a couple other characters as well.
these are 2 players that had good matches, very close, and now making their ways through the losers bracket, meeting up against each other. Someone's going home now. Well, someone's turning off their PlayStation.
Yeah, right. It's back to Fortnite after this. I hope not. For some of them, it actually is, but I hope not. It looks like we're also looking to figure out who is going to face off against Trees. Is it going to be Crispy, Fungus, or Soul Warrior?
And of course, Henny has a little bit of time to wait before he finds out who his opponent is. It's going to be the winner of this one.
He can hit the lab for a little bit if he needs to, or at least pay attention. You know, watch the match footage of his opponent, see if he can pick out any patterns. Or hey, look, he does that a lot. I'm gonna deal with that. Or so definitely a good time to sort of study up. But you got that game, you got the training mode available to you, and if you felt any sort of problems that you were having in that match versus Joey, now is the time because you have a little bit to sort of work on those issues and try to tighten up those screws before your next game.
The beauty of online tournaments, you gotta look for a cap setup stuff, you know.
No, you don't have to look for pants. You can just do it all right there from the comfort of your home. It's awesome. playing offline tournaments, you have to go back to your hotel room after pools, after you're losing your pools. Almost always, there is like a maybe 10-minute window between pools. Or when those last pools matches are playing.
Yeah, offline tournaments. If I back to the hotel room, I'm finding the bar. I'm drowning my sorrow in the liquor.
Yeah, it's tough, but like it's not easy to get casuals. I know.
Yeah.
During the pools afterward, once pools die down, super easy to get casuals. But when the matches are actually in progress, it can be a little tough. And like if you're at the hotel, a lot of people travel, so they'll be there on Sunday as well, and they're not in the tournament anymore because that's top 8, and that's basically a whole day that you can play offline, and you'll never want to play online again. Although honestly, the GGPO in this is really good, so it's not that bad, but still different.
But nothing. If you've never been to like an offline tournament, if you have the chance, Breaker, CEO, one of these big majors, do it, man. Like it's such a different experience, and it's so much fun.
I have been going to Combo Breaker every year since before it was Combo Breaker, and I don't even do super well, but I have fun there. I love being in a room with 1,000+ people that all love fighting games as much as me. It's absolutely worth it.
Round 1. Fight.
Now we're gonna have Shang Tsung going against Aaron Black, starting off with a sweep into.
Here we go. He's using the heal throw though. He doesn't have any life to heal. Still working on that flawless here. Okay, there's the scud shot. Get a little damage on the board here for Blaze. Ooh, walk into the soul steal. Now let's see how good stakes Aaron Black is. Uh-oh, he's gonna turn back into Shang here soon. Oh no, Blaze is gonna get him on the Oki when he turns back into Shang. When is he gonna turn back into Shang? Okay, there it is.
And both players just respecting each other. Oh, able to scud shot one. And the winner of this is going to stay on to continue.
Man, Shang Tsung copying their costume makes it harder to know who is who.
Yeah, I was straight up confused for a couple seconds of that.
Oh, there he is. Found him.
The master of illusions himself. Trying to catch him with that crushing blow and jump.
No! He still got it, but man, that was such an opportunity.
Round
yeah, that was so close.
Drop. More rounds go. Big boot drop, not going to be quite close enough though. More close drop. 200 range. Get in there. Little flawless block on that. Okay, nice poke there from Blaze. Let's take his turn back. There's the overhead for the knockdown. Acid Puddle is now out.
Yeah, I think he's just guessing on the slide or the overhead. They're not going to get them. You can guess. Get his here.
Yeah, you absolutely can sort of start to see the slide coming.
But not reacting into it again, and now going to eat a big boot to the face. Blaze sitting on just a tiny bit of health. Here comes a corpse drop, and
oh no! Went for the throw, but Steak sniffed it out, ducking underneath it perfectly, and that'll be Steak on the board.
Fight.
Starting off the game with a straight fireball. Yeah, he just spent it all real quick in the beginning of the match, and that's
tough, because now he doesn't have any combo opportunity if he catches him with a ground skull. Frame. Oh no, he didn't stand up!
Gets caught by the crushing blow, but immediately gonna break away and not watch.
Okay, there just oh no, not okay. Got that meter back. Combo happening. Blaze is in trouble here. Try to jump over it, not gonna work.
What's gonna happen here? Blaze has to do something to get in, and it's not gonna be first game. Going to Steak.
Quite a throwdown between those two, though. Like, you saw Blaze kind of take it pretty convincingly there, and then Steak started to stabilize and was able to pull it out. But there still were just like these minor little things, hesitations here. Maybe it's because it's online a little bit, but there were definitely some rooms for things to be slightly adjusted from both players here to fully optimize.
Yeah, and this is a first to two because it's loser's quarter. It's not a first to three this time. So
yeah, no, we're not going to see another first to three until Hemi is back in this match. So that will be our next in losers final. So this does mean that if Blaze doesn't turn it around here, Steak will be sending him home,
Shang
continuing
Tsung.
his march toward that spot in the
Aaron
Console
Black.
Kombat 2 with 10K on the line. 10K.
Sea
This is to qualify for that 10K tournament. And both these players do not want to miss their opportunity to do that. Shang Tsung, Aaron Black coming back at you.
I like the sticking with Aaron Black. That's the character that Blaze, it does seem like, feels most comfortable with. I know, like I was saying earlier, he's had a little bit of a character crisis after that nerf to Aaron Black, but ultimately I think he still feels best on Aaron Black. So I like the dedication here to the Cowboy tonight. Trying to ride it all the way through. He'll get first hit bonus as well.
There's a good combo, quick breakaway from Blaze.
Okay, here we go. Gonna get the full combo this time. Oh no, dropped it. He's going for the far ground skull. Actually got the straight skull.
I'm just gonna dash forward and punish that. Oh, the scud shot is canceled.
Okay, here we go. Start emptying that rifle out.
He's still got 8 bullets to go.
Yeah, I would say he wants to, at some point, one of these combos needs to be a rifle bump combo that you need to be doing so that you can get your crushing blow queued up. And then you need to be utilizing those 2 crushing blows that we now have access to. Ooh, point blank in the corner here. Locking it down, the throw will do it.
Yeah, Steak does not want to give him the opportunity to even that gun. Just gonna make sure that the round ends right there.
Fight.
Oh no, it whiffed. Alright, starting to slip some of those bullets, but of course unblocked, so it's even gonna block it. Not a good time to empty the whole clip. Okay, get in there. Not quite in time for the punish. I want to say that that might actually be safe for Shang at that rate. Point blank, it is punishable, but at those longer ranges, Shang actually is free to go for the soul steal and not have to worry about getting punished. He does lose his turn, but no punish.
Yeah, I'm sure some characters can close that space a little bit better, but just
Yeah, Jackie, the dash punch.
yeah, just Aaron not gonna have those tools, but he's gonna unload the gun here. 90 crushing blow damage. Both players sitting on fatal blow now.
Next move could cost Shang. He's got to be careful. Steak doesn't want to make any too crazy of a move. Stop going for the gun con. You got the life lead. You're fine. You're fine. Just chill out. Oh no, the throw. He's gonna heal some health back as well, so chip out no longer a factor. And the corpse drop.
Corpse drop! My goodness, the
Gut shot,
composure.
Shang Tsung.
The composure there.
Absolutely. He was on the verge of death there, almost dead. He basically was at chip out territory and healed back some of that health, but really hanging in there. I don't know. I think that maybe instead of, I think blazing for a sweep, he could have gone for down 4 into acid puddle underneath him to kill. But as I think that was a sweep, which is why he wasn't able to cancel that into an acid puddle, that last hit that he was able to hit him with.
Yep, and it's been the repeating cycle. Those last decisions that just unfortunately cost you the tournament set this time.
Yeah, that is it. It cost the set because wasn't able to get the kill, and then Shang able to basically secure that victory when given that last extra moment of an attempt at it. So that will mean that Steak is going to move on into winners semifinals here. We're still looking to determine who his opponent is going to be. So right now we have Trees A1 waiting to see who he will fight between Crispy and Soul Warrior. So a couple matches to move through in the bracket still.
And of course, Hemi waiting in the losers finals, and Joey still sitting in grand finals. His opponent's going to be.
Yeah, I'm sure Joey's looking forward to see who it is. At this point, he's on top. Most of his losses have been from the loser side in these grand finals. But for this time, he is going to be on the winner side of grand finals, so going to be feeling very comfortable this time going into it. And, looking at his opponents, these are players. He put Hemi into the losers bracket already. And I'm sure that he's played some of these other faces as well. So I'm thinking he'll be rather confident here going into this grand finals.
And of course, if you missed out on this qualifier, Aquaman's got a couple more coming at you. The next one for the PS4 is going to be on November 3rd, and the next one for Xbox One is going to be on November 10th. So make sure you go sign up for those right now so you don't miss out on the opportunity to fight your way into that spot.
Yeah, the bracket link is the link that you guys are going to want to sign up for that as well. Anybody that is looking to participate in those. Same link, I believe, for both PlayStation and Xbox. Aquaman has made it extremely convenient by having it all condensed into one easy-to-use event, so you can sign up for all of them at once. There's 2 PlayStation ones. You can get both of them signed up right now if you want to. But yeah, that is definitely strongly recommend for players that missed out on this one, even players that played tonight and lost. Make sure you're signed up for those other ones. And Aquaman's not the only one hosting them. CGL hosts plenty of theirs on their own. I've got one coming up on November 8th. There's also some coming up from various other community members. I think Sko Dojo holds some. The Conquest community's got one that they're doing, I think, on like the 13th or something. So there's a whole slew of them out there. And CGL actually has a calendar on their website that you can check out also to see the full list of all of them. But expect November to be tournament month as we figure out who these 32 players are that are going to be going into Konsole Kombat II for $10,000.
Yeah, if you're looking for those updates, make sure you're following Aquaman chat. Follow him on Twitter. I believe he's the same at.
Yeah,
make sure you give us a follow. Yeah, you want constant updates.
Follows for CGL as well. They'll be keeping you updated on all of the other upcoming tournaments. They do definitely repost some of the announcement stuff from the other partners that are doing these. So definitely shout outs to CGL. So make sure to follow them on Twitter. They're Console Gaming LG. So definitely take a look at them. They've got all sorts, and also not just MK. They do events for Overwatch. They had a Gears tournament that they did not too long ago. I'm sure they've got some new Call of Duty stuff coming up with the new Call of Duty that just dropped. So all like console, it's console gaming for a reason. All things on the console. So definitely check them.
So shout out to them, just doing great things, not just for our communities, literally everywhere through the gaming.
Gaming CGL has got some heavy hitters on their pro team also. CGL right now, I think, is the sponsor for Tweety, King Gambler, and Ninja Killer. I think that's their squad. I think Slayer's on there too also.
Did they not get a video game?
Yeah, they did get video games. Yep, video games UK. And I saw Dizzy wearing their jersey, but I think he's with Arc Flash. So I don't know what that is all about. But, you know, CGL, not only are they providing tournaments, they're also providing solid opportunities for some of the way better players. And, you know, some of these players are players like from these tournaments that would have been given these opportunities. I think, you know, Koizi was a player that they were open to doing that. I don't think that he wanted to do, but they're definitely like CGL is all in on providing opportunity for people. And that's absolutely what this is part of. So huge shout out to CGL. This is a really, really big thing for our community.
Could not agree more. No, you can never hate on somebody that's doing good things for us, you know?
Yeah, it's all good. They don't have like any like weird rules or whatever. Like all they're asking is that you not be on Wi-Fi, which, man, if I could get NRS to implement that same rule in online, I would totally vote for it. So,
but looks like we got both our players coming up against Crispy. Crispy we have not seen since the very first matchup today. He was the collector player from the first match that we saw.
And he did pretty solid. So we'll see Collector versus Gears potentially here. We did notice that Trees has a couple of other characters in the arsenal, but Crispy so far has been only on Collector here. So we'll see if that's what he's going to go with. Does look like it. Which version?
We saw Trees pull out the Centurion.
Yeah, then the Kung Lao matchup, he thought Cetrion might have been a better answer. Fortunately, it didn't work out in his favor, but he's still here in the tournament, like we were saying. So this is his final shot. Well, not final shot. I mean, he's got to win this and a few more, but no more losses here today. Gears has got to get the W's. And Crispy's using that command grab so well.
Let's see how he utilizes it here in this matchup. Crispy's Collector was able to make his run all the way. First to 2, losers quarter.
Yeah. Oh no, this is this is losers quarter.
Yeah, for the semi, it's going to be the winner of this match going up against.
Ooh, there's a crushing blow. Caught him. Big damage coming through. Trying to whiff those quick stands, although I think he was actually aiming for him that time. But it's gonna count, right? It's like it still count.
And there's a block on the up two, and now staggering. The big body splash.
Gotta be careful. I'm glad that they brought the body splash back, though. I don't think MKX didn't have one, but you get that. Like Bane had always had one, so I'm glad they gave an MK character one. It's really cool.
And it fits. It's very fitting for Gears, in my opinion.
Yeah, right. It works for him. It's not like they gave Cetrion a body splash or Collector gets all 6 of his limbs out.
I would see a people's elbow coming from like Collector. And now coming with that combo. No, dropping the end. And now full 4 here.
Okay, careful. Ooh, caught him with that low, and a sneaky low. Players don't see that very often. Okay, now that crushing blow is ready. I don't think I've seen him hit with a quicksand in a while. Crispy's got him though. Crushing blow or fatal blow is available. Here's he gonna go for it. He will. Smoke show, but it's gonna be big damage. Basically a command grab away from killing him. Do you think he'll do it? Do you think he's using that command grab punch?
And that's it. I think he's just gonna come in
Yes!
with some movement. Yes, he
Called
did.
it out! I'm going to Vegas later.
The right reads. Might have to do a little pick up some scratches for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That was 4 jumps in a row. They didn't do anything. This man just did.
Oh, my first short hop. What is that? A little stubby short hop kick. That was yucky. Okay, full launcher breakaway gonna come out.
Yeah, he made that low sand trap whip, and now he catches him with the shot. We're just gonna launch him here. One more hit's gonna kill him.
Ooh, caught him. It's gonna crush as well. Yeah, there's the big damage coming through. Crispy's close here though. Okay, good block on the low. The low poke and the command grab. I think it's enough. And it doesn't have an amplify. Ooh, there we go. Did we just beat the 6 frame up 2 with that as well? Oh, are we gonna see a brutal? Give us the brutal. Yes! I'm clipping it, Crispy. I'm clipping it. I'm gonna make it look fancy later. That was dope. That's the first brutality combo we've seen, though.
Yeah, it is. And it was very long and very satisfying brutality
Exactly.
combo.
The longer, the better. It wasn't 3 crushing blows into a brutal, but it's fine.
But that was a great spacing there by Crispy to really just understand how far that 6 frame up 2 goes of Gears and just sticking out his little ball to blow him
Yeah,
up.
he was standing at the right range for that chained mace to just be great for dealing with sort of any of the wake up options. Because even if he would have done wake up 3, which is immune, it's got recovery afterward, and his mace, the second hit of it, he's swinging it where it's at, right? So it's going to just be inside of Gears, right, hitting him out of the recovery frame. So really great use of that. And then, of course, his use of the command grab, using it to close out that round. He has been catching people with that command grab left and right. So I really like this collector here. Really
Yeah,
hyped.
a lot of people not being ready for that command grab to Liu Kang.
So we did see Crispy fighting a Liu Kang early on in the tournament. I
Round
believe.
1.
So we'll
Fight.
see what he's got here. Okay. Oh, there's the command grab again. Nicely done. We're getting a little bit too hasty with time swinging mace again. Interruption from trees.
Yeah, it's the mind game with that mace is he gonna continue doing the low? What's he gonna do after? Coming in again with that pressure is Crispy, looking very Kang matchup. Just as comfy as he did in this set. Kind of looking like deja vu here with the command grab, and again.
Closing it out with these command grabs. Very
Round
played.
2. Fight.
The grabs are just so good in this game, and like the rock, paper, scissors, throw, strike, block meta. Now catching with that shotgun there, launching him here. Is he gonna switch to corner side? Yes, he is with the teleport.
I like that you said trying to go for the grab as well, but they get up from the Crispy or from the trees and avoid it. Oh, evasive with that interactable.
Yeah, was able to just get out of the range of the mace and just get a little counter hit there, setting each player back to full screen. Not sure what that whip was.
So throw. It's done.
And that was an escape failed as well. That crushing blow is going to be loaded.
Man, one of the 7 crazy crushing blows that Liu Kang has now ready to do it.
I love the decision there to keep that entire combo grounded. There was no breakaway opportunity at all. Nice follow spot. Does he want to time him out?
He might be going for it. He's looking to play a little bit of a keep away game. No, he went in!
Oh my goodness, I just a fatal blow.
Is that gonna kill? Ooh, I don't think it's gonna kill, but he's now gonna have to make his way in. Crispy can't get the timeout anymore.
Now he's sitting at that life deficit. Does not. Oh! He makes him win! My big brain! The big brain!
The teleport. Very well played by Crispy. That was sick. And that mace, just the perfect range. Didn't even need to move forward. Just swinging for the fences. And Crispy will steal Liu Kang's body. It's one of my favorite outros. It looks maximum goofy.
Yeah, that was like some of the best collector player. Shout out to Xbox bringing these obscure characters.
Right? These characters are dope. Collector is awesome. They did a great job with his design. He's really fun. He's got an endless bag. It's so cool.
Yeah, so now it's gonna be Trees next year, not Trees. Trees is gonna be turning off his PlayStation.
Yeah, Trees has been downgraded to spectator now, unfortunately.
Yeah, so it's gonna be Steak and Crispy going up in the loser's semi, and then the winner of that will face Hemi.
We'll have to deal with the princess and her Denian razors.
Yeah, it's all that chip damage, all those that +1 she's able to get. It's gonna be interesting to see that matchup Collector going against as well. If that
Oh, absolutely. All right, so Steak has made his way into the lobby here. Crispy, of course, stuck around as he won. He knew he was listening. I think that might be one of the first times we haven't had to chase a player down that was supposed to stay and get him back in again. It almost always happens. So we got Crispy and Steak here in the lobby.
Johnny Cage, Shang Tsung.
All right, so we're going to continue to see Shang out of Steak and Crispy with the hidden select. Are we going to see some changes? What are you doing? He's trolling. Can't be trusted.
he's trying to make a decision about who's the best person to pick against this Shang.
You have 30 seconds left. Oh, now we don't know who you're going to pick. How are you going to bait us now? He picked second variation, though. Who's got a good second variation? Is Collector second variation back in the pack? I don't play enough. I think we'll see Collector again, because we should. Oh, no. He's playing as
Kano.
Dirtbag Kano with the chemical burn and the fire. Okay. You're going to toss some mollies? Let's get it.
Let's see how this Kano fares up against
Round 1.
against the Shang Tsung. Oh, dude, look at this outfit.
Looks dope. I like the DC crossover customs that they've done a good job with the cosmetics so far in this game. I like the big, huge list of gear to unlock and stuff, and not all of it looks unique, but there's enough variety.
And this is our last first of 2 matches as well, before we head on to the rest of the night in first of 3 sets.
And players are looking to earn the right to play to 3. Okay, the acid is on him. What was that? Why did that just through the lighter short and then the unblockable happened? I need to learn more volcano. This is insane. It's gonna be enough though.
Yeah, we're seeing some interesting. Steak just playing solid, really not pressing buttons, not getting opened up and closing out the round.
Yeah, the Shang has been honestly really solid all night here from Steak. Alright, the acid puddle. Close it out. Okay, that time the fire not gonna reach. Not in the corner. I think that must be a corner over the setup that he's going. But I mean, it still kind of works. It's just not guaranteed.
Now we're seeing kind of a zoning game here from Crispy. Not afraid to just throw those knives out.
There it is. That's gonna unblock him. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's cool. I like that. Oh no! Steak just standing in the fire, no fear at all.
Yeah, not afraid to take that damage, especially when he opens up the opponent.
One more throw will do it. He's gotta be careful. Oh, he caught him. Does he have fatal blow?
Yes, he does.
Yes, he do. I think this will kill. I'm not 100% sure because the healing on ground stroke's been kind of back and forth. But yeah, this looks like it's killing. Yep. Noob Saibot's gonna seal the deal here, and Steak will take game 1. Unless he mercies.
No, I don't think at this help he would.
Especially after we saw Hemi having a Hemi. Like, that Mercy got way too close for comfort.
Yeah, that I think all of Annie's matches that we've been like nail biters, making us have anxiety attacks. But game one right there of this first to two set, going over to Steak. Crispy, is he gonna stick with the Kano or is he gonna go with the thing that got him here?
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna see Collector come back. I think that the Kano match or the Kano switch was not a terrible idea. He had some interesting setups he was going for, but unless he was worried about, like, maybe he's fought Collector or he's fought Steak before in the past with his Collector and it doesn't work. I really think that sticking with Collector all the way would have been the answer. I think Collector is not even really bad in this matchup. He doesn't have any great anti-zoning tools, but if you do teleport in on a ground skulls, the whiff on that animation is really long. So if you manage to get in on a ground skulls, you can actually get away with some damage with that teleport.
Yeah, you can. And I think the thing with the Collector too is that he just looked more comfortable carry.
Absolutely, and his opponents look more uncomfortable.
Yeah, which is always a good thing when playing a fighting game. To keep your opponent off their feet, them overthinking everything.
I think another thing too, Steak is a Kano player, so turning into Kano, no problem for him. I don't know him as much as a Collector player, so giving him like the Soul Steal as a character he doesn't play is going to make it a lot better too. Giving him access to Kano is not a good idea. He's got Kano on the control.
Yeah, it's one of the things about picking up Shang Tsung as learn it.
Yeah,
at least
a little bit of everybody.
At least what their go-to string is and what to do.
Oh man, look at this exchange, just locking him down. Steak not able to get out, and this is the strength of Collector that Crispy's been able to tap into here. He's gonna go for it. Yep, fatal blow to close it out. I don't know if this is gonna kill again, but I think it's gonna be real close.
Oh, but he's getting all those shields and not a single.
This last hit is like 60 though. I think it's gonna do now.
Oh no! He got the defensive shield!
Oh, the chip out though. Smart stuff from Steak. Steak now 1,000 damage away. All he's gotta do is shoot through one more health bar. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be a full trade in Crispy's favor. That's the power of the bowler. Nice jump in. Didn't commit to anything.
Yeah, he didn't continue his string after he landed on the ground. Now he's screen gonna teleport himself in the corner. Some more ups. Looking like it's getting away from Crispy. He's got to do something to the screen positioning.
That down four, bowler cancels. Quick with that one. The overhead look. Spring has got a built-in 50-50.
Catching him again with the up skull is just gonna finish it off. Send him again to full
He's in there
screen.
though. Okay, the breaker comes out.
Nice staggers there.
This time though, he's gonna have to eat this full damage. Although if Crispy gets the right combo, he's got Fatal Blow available now. Collector's one of those characters that can use his Fatal Blow late in combos and do it. And I think we might see it.
I think he needs to turn him in life here.
He's got to fight for it here. Staying alive though, this is going to close out the round. It should. If it doesn't, getting close. The final hit. Okay.
Yeah, 418's gonna do it. That's some big boy damage.
Final round. Fight!
Now 1-to-1 around. This is the first two set.
Whiff on that corpse drop is pretty tough. No damage, no breakaway available here. The charge mace for the cancel. Good defense though from Steak. Gets hit by the low.
Trying to go for some more up skulls here. Some straight fireballs now. Going for his own big into the up skulls. Not ready for that.
Okay. Caught him moving.
I'm liking the staggers. Crispy doing a great job of staggering his strings and getting Steak to press buttons.
They can do a little health back as well. That is likely here. Nice launcher. Just keeping it all projectile full screen. He feels comfortable. No.
The dash up into the up skulls now.
He whiffed it.
Yeah, just a little bit twist.
That's death. He's got him. Oh no, it whiffed!
He drops the combo. Now that's gonna be a punt.
Okay, so he does want to knock him down.
Will he go for the command grab again?
The jump in. Oh no, he's behind you! Oh no! That was so close. Crispy almost had him. He should have gone for the command grab after that for the second time on the roll. That would have caught him.
When I say it, he doesn't do it, man. You had to say it for him.
I should have said it. I should have said it.
Come on, Dream. Like
he's my
like,
Pokemon. I gotta say the name.
we let our boy
Golden Money
down.
Clutch.
But great showing there by Steak. Really not. Crispy did much better with his collector. I think that was a
100%.
better decision.
I think Collector was absolutely the position to take. Collector, not only did it do better, but it seemed like he was more comfortable just in that, so he had a better result. He was doing better damage, and just the tools that it had, the teleport for getting around the zoning, the restands, the access to that crushing blow combo later on, and like all that stuff, really good stuff that Kano, particularly Dirtbag, Dirtbag doesn't have late fatal blow combos. He doesn't have any. He doesn't even have launchers. Like, so real tough to play that character. I think he's got back.
And also the thing that you mentioned of is just playing Kano himself. Not only do you know the matchup in and out because you play the character, but it just helps his Shang Tsung so much more when he is able to feel comfortable, even when Soul.
Yeah, I think we saw a lot less Soul Steal versus Collector. In fact, I think in that last game, he stopped doing it. I think he did it once, and then he was like, oh shit, this is Collector. I don't want to be this character. And then he stopped going for the Soul Steal, but he was happy to do it when he was up against Dirtbag.
Yeah, in that Dirtbag matchup, he was probably stealing to end every single combo just because of how comfortable he was. But going into the next match, Henny's already in here. He's trying to make anything possible, and Steak's trying to make sure he doesn't have a nice steak dinner to go with this victory.
Yeah, we'll see. Steak is going to be potentially less comfortable turning into Kitana as well. I don't know how much experience he has with Kitana, but he's so far been on quite the tear through the bracket.
Here's what we've been seeing all day from Henny, that back 1-4 into the Razors.
That seems to be his go-to strategy. It's like his first question, at least in the interview process, of do you know how to beat me, is can you deal with this? And a lot of players, that has been what's been stumping.
Now getting some zoning in here of his own is Henny lively, so he just does not walk to me right now.
Here. Sides are coming out, cross frames out. You lock him, there's the cancel and the throw. No challenge like we've seen from Joey, and the mid fan will connect. Henny's got round one.
Steak. That's the second time that he got hit by that mid fan, and I'm not sure if he's just not ready or he just doesn't. But there's a crushing blow, a big boot to the face. Gonna wake up his Henny.
Escape fail doesn't matter though for Shang. He's got to do the transformations to get him to throw a crushing blow. Full launcher though, big damage off of it.
Getting a trade with that raise with that side. Excuse me, that side is plus like 64. I think it's kind of ridiculous. That's a good trade for Katana.
That's a large double-digit number that you just said.
Yeah. And now Katana again coming in with this pressure, the back 1-4 into the cancel. And that's what we've been saying. He likes to cancel at the end of the back 1-4.
Yeah, he's got to mix that up a little bit more, be more ambiguous with it, because they're at the point going to be waiting for it, right? They're going to be waiting for the cancel.
And another thing he can do is try the back 1-3 string, so if they're expecting the cancel there's enough space that's created after the back 1-3 in order to get it back to whiff punish.
There's an extra finisher on that string too that he can be going for?
Yeah, there's another option. There's like back 1-4 is a double high kicks, and then she has a double mid, a triple mid option. Back 1-3.
Okay, yeah, so definitely going to be a little bit more unpredictable.
Yeah, so she has options to mix up the offense, but right now it's not looking.
Yeah, unnecessary.
Do it.
Nicely done, Henny will take it.
And he's really showing us that highboard Katana, you know, all that top 10 talk might be holding some truth.
Yeah, right. This character is still really solid, and I think, like we were saying, Henny has been going to that Indenian Razor because it's so oppressive. You know, technically, I think there are moments where he could be snagging some extra damage, but when he hits you with the Indenian Razors, then he stays plus and just keeps putting you into that scenario. Even when we're seeing him not take the crushing blow, which does do more damage, of course, it also sends him full screen where he's not able to maintain the level of pressure that he's had. So Henny has just been really just consistently looping back into that same scenario and asking his opponents, hey, do you know how to get out of this? And so far, only Joey has been able to figure it out.
She has, and that's why Joey is waiting for the winner of this matchup in the grand finals of this tournament.
All right, so game 2, first to 3 here, so they do have some more room to work.
Round
Bit of
one.
a connection error.
Fight.
Coming in, but we're good. Okay. Ooh, jump kick at the start.
Trying to go for a sweep. Not sure if that was a misinput or not. And again, I just don't think he knows that it's a mid. That's the third time he's ducked the burst fan and got hit by the
He might just be playing pre-patch in his head, you know, because beforehand it wasn't. It used to be a double high, so it might be part of it. He's got to make the adjustments to the patch.
There's that Razor again. This time counter poking here is Steak not letting Hemi really bully him this time.
It's a throw. If you're gonna block all day, he's got an answer for that too.
Well, there's the blocks on the fans. Finally learned his lesson. He heard.
There we go. The flawless block. Oh no, he stood up too soon.
Yeah, that lingering fat of the hitbox.
Too much
of the
adaptation.
fan. Let's get him with the jump kick coming to the back too. Nice.
This could do it. Okay, never mind. The breakaway next hit will do it. No, he's got fatal blow. He's just gonna go straight into it. And that's gonna be the round stolen here by Steak.
I'm always an advocate for spend the fatal blow to get the round because
Same here.
you don't know what can happen. Guarantee that you have that round. Give yourself some breathing
Exactly,
room.
and like if all goes according to plan, you won't even be in fatal blow territory ever again or next round to even like, oh, I should save it. No, you shouldn't. You should win.
And it is really looking like all is going according to plan. Blow now after catching him twice in a row. This health bar just got deleted. Let's see if anything is possible and can do this comeback now.
The ground skull catches him out of the air. Gonna be full damage, spending both bars on it. He wants to close this out now. He's got a 90% life lead here.
Trying to win that back too.
There it
Gonna
is.
get caught by the up skulls.
And like we're saying, like that fatal blow didn't even come up at all. That resource wasn't even on the table. So it's expert play. Just spend it. Guarantee the round. Guarantee the safety. Guarantee that little dot above your health bar. Those are the important things.
And that's going to be 1-1 now in this first of 3 set. Both players going back and forth. Not going to be easy to get that run back against Joey. Did Joey send both these boys down?
I'm
check
not
this bracket.
sure. Yeah, let's you update me on that. Who else is falling to Joey?
Kitana. Shang Tsung.
How did Steak get here?
Alright, so Steak was not beaten by Joey. He lost to Blade.
Ooh,
So-
okay, so that was we saw a run back between.
So he got his run back still.
I thought that he lost to Blaze, but I didn't want to say that because I had remembered seeing him beat
Yeah,
Blaze
right.
because they just played. So I was like, well, I don't want to make anything up, but okay, Blaze beat him the first time. So this will be the first time then these two are going to be fighting each other in the tournament.
And it is 1-1, and both players have been doing a great job of adapting to each other's offensive pattern. Steak challenging the Razors now, getting some hits in on the cancels. Let's see what the adjustment's going to be on Hemi's side.
Right, the lasagna's got to get thicker. We need some more layers.
And there's going to be that what we've been talking about, the back four into the Razors. Time.
Steak has found the answer though for it, although he's already 40% of that health by doing so. Even it up though. Okay, the overhead connects. A lot of players don't see much of that string. Oh, and that fully connects as well.
And he's being a much more respectful player right now, not wanting to challenge too much.
Spent the meter, didn't get the fireball out though.
There's a teleport finally, but just
He didn't get the ground skull though. He got a straight skull. That's an oopsie. That could have been game
Earn my
for the
respect.
round. Oh, too antsy with it. Punish.
yeah, the double dash fatal blow, trying to risk it all, but not gonna work. On the teleport and just a little too predictable on that.
That was a big risk on that teleport, and he didn't have the meter to go for the fan afterward.
That's a bonus take round. Crushing blow, take you all the way to the corner. Nice blocks there by Andy, gonna try to just gets it all stolen.
And now it's Steak's turn to do a little zoning too. With the fan. Was he gonna try to go for some raises? Nope, no chance.
Oh, he got the punish on the soul swap. He was able to catch Shang slipping.
On with the booty.
And that big booty coming right through the air. Catch them with the throw. Now it's 1 round apiece.
Very well played there by Hemi. Hemi maintaining that pressure, and honestly, he stuck with the Adenian Razors just a little bit more thrown out. drop. Good block on the explosion as well.
Throwing these sides now, keeping that guaranteed fan now. If he tried to do any sides block, he would have ate that fan.
Yeah, they do find a little bit better of an answer there. Trading with that Psy is not going that well. Although he does
he's
have
still
the life lead now.
And that life lead might be the difference maker in that
Nice
trade.
jump out.
But
No
that's the second time that he's a combo off of a jump 3, and that can do so much damage.
Yeah,
And now he's
a
paying
raw
for it.
jump 3. That is unfortunate because that jump 3 damage was that big damage available after somebody with that. He wasn't in the corner.
It could lead to the gut slice crushing blow, and that could have led to like a setup.
He's hit enough of those too. That's the kind of thing where we're like you have to be aware of all of your resources, where are all the pieces on the chest, and then go for it.
Because even if you're not ready after the jump 3, you can throw a fan and meter burn it to land on the ground to give yourself time to react and get your combo ready. So I want to see Hemi really layer this offense. He's making the right moves. Just how are you capitalizing on those moves?
So jump 3 into fan, you can just do that, and that's fine. That's still combo.
Oh yeah, in the corner you could do like jump 3, fan, amp, stand 4, regular combo. Like,
Oh wow,
It's
okay.
pretty-
Yeah,
it's
that's
pretty
some big
nasty.
damage available then. And he's gonna need to start taking advantage of that.
yeah, if you check out my Twitter at Jester Swift, you can go ahead and take a look at.
Well, you got clips?
But here we go. Game number 3. Steak sitting on 2 games. Hemi got 1 under his belt. Steak needing 1 more to get into the grand finals to go against
Steak
Joey.
is now 1 game away from getting his first shot at Joey. Current reigning top seeded player and the player that has the most second place finishes here, just outside of it. Is Steak crushing anything today? Or is that
He's gotten hit by that crushing blow every single game. And it's
that is tough too. There's no mix-up from this version of Shang either. You just got your block.
yeah, it's showing some matchup unfamiliarity there. But he holding the side, baiting out the cams, catches him.
Done. There it is. Cancel the throw. Excellent. And he's adjusting the offense a little bit here with some less Sedini and Razors, a little more stances.
And that's exactly what I want to see him. As you were saying, that lasagna, he's got. Your whole game is not there.
Nice throw. Some up fatal blow almost available here for maybe fatal potentially. Ooh, nicely done. That was smart. The reversal, armoring through the second ground skull. That was really smart there from Hemi, and Hemi will take round 1 of game 4.
And he recognizing there's a big enough gap to flawless block. Have to be able to fatal blow this.
Exactly.
Letting
In
rip.
fact, that's the rule. If there's enough room, there's enough room to fatal blow. Fatal blow armor activation 7 frames, and so does flawless block. The window that you have to do to get it. So if it's flawless blockable, you can also armor through it with a fatal blow for that light.
Now again, here's that down 1 into the back 1 forward pressure, challenging the buttons down 3, and now respecting his Steak. Good recognition of what Hemi is trying to do.
Okay, nice launcher. Immediate breakaway from Steak. Go see the combo.
He's in crushing blow.
Crushing blow, spending these resources, looking to grab the 2-0 potentially. Steak needs to get in there, just a couple more hits.
Yes, Steak does have access to those big fatal blow combos from Shang now.
We're not gonna get a chance though. Shutting him down with the fans, and Hemi will tie it up. We got another game 5 in our finals.
That was fantastic, the way she just used those fans to really get Steak to be impatient, walk forward a little bit. It's a wrap after that.
And using him at a range where you wouldn't necessarily use him. Like that last fan was point blank, but
Yep.
you knew all he needed to do was catch him. Steak was gonna look for the moment to get in, and he was not letting him have it. This will be our second set going 1st to 3. Winners finals went to game 5. Losers is gonna go to game 5.
And it's not done after this.
So we got grand finals coming up next. Winner of this next fight goes on to face Cool Breeze Joey in the grand finals for a shot at getting into $10,000 prize pool in December.
Now here we go, both players sticking with the same characters. Shang Tsung, Katana, losers finals. Winner goes to grand finals, spot for that tournament.
And we also are going to be on a Chronica stage here. The interesting thing about these Chronica stages, no interactables. It's like playing MK9. There's no safety to get out of the corner, no hammer to grab, no chainsaw to throw. You gotta fight it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, this is good old-fashioned MK now. No interactables. Oh, just the second hit of the... Man, so the final hit of the string just did not connect.
An unfortunate shoot. I wonder if that is a high or if it was just the way it's hit
Yeah, the back 1-4, the 4 part of it's double high, so it's definitely a whiffing issue. So if she whiffs the back 1 and continues on with the string, you definitely can just get a down 2 crushing blow on her.
Nice. Okay, yeah, that's something to know. Does it then get jailed though off of the back 1?
Yeah,
Okay.
on most characters.
But if she spaces it wrong, she's putting her chin at risk.
Exactly.
No meter to close it out. You're gonna have to put the corpse drop, trying to keep the pressure on. One more corpse drop will do it though. Teleport in, no meter on his side either, and the poke for Shang. Now he's on set point.
Yeah, no meter in order to make that plus. Just resetting the neutral with that teleport and gonna lose out on the button.
I think Shang, when the life bars are that low, starts to win now. All he needs is like corpse drop is one of the hardest hitting projectiles that it wins kind of trade war.
Like trying to press something after the side comes down. Can't do that. And now getting a button press again. And again, there's that cancel at the end of the string. One more time.
Okay, caught him. Roll to the other side. That's going to be the counter hit. Crushing blow.
And there's another crushing blow back to back.
Not the time to drop the combo, but he's in the corner, and Shang can't combo in the corner. He's going to switch over into Hemi's character instead. Nice throw tech. Jumps away. More fans.
And he the brutality with Shang. Oh my god. The disrespect. Close out the set too.
Oh man, back to the lab with your katana. I've got the superior one. I can't believe he did that. The booty brutal.
You know, I am very confident that Steak did not know very many inputs for katana because this man blocked for the first 10 seconds.
And then he jumped back and did nothing 3 times.
And then he just tried to walk up, grab him, because that's universal.
I think every single one of those jumps was trying to do the input. He did all the buttons until he finally got the right one.
Booty. He wanted him to eat the booty, man. Like, that was coming. And now Joey ready to go. Kung Lao coming up against the Shang. Oh, man, that was a good set.
That was sick. That was sick. I like that ending with the brutality. And we're going to hop right into grand finals here. Joey's been crouching in the lobby, just watching his opponents fight. First-hand knowledge. Let's see if he can use any of that information he's garnered here. He's got 6 games to work with here. Steak's got a big uphill battle, but he's coming off that pretty sick win. He might be able to do it here.
Yeah, he's definitely riding the momentum train right now. It's been a little bit since Joey's had a chance to play.
Yeah, exactly. Joey's been cooling off here. He hasn't even practiced mode.
But he's looking like a super solid player still in that cool off to not do anything.
Yeah. Nice. Flawless block as well. Very smart stuff. Joey maximizing his tools here, and then the throw whiff. That'll cost him. Double uppercut and still ate the breakaway. Unfortunate.
Yeah, that was very bad luck on Joey's part. Now he's looking like the way he always starts off this set.
Yeah, just down a game and have to turn it around. Maybe he performs better in the clutch. Uh-oh, Soul Steel amplify as well for the extra damage. No, keep it. Dive kicks all over the place, and I've lost track of these.
Just getting some down pokes there. Close out the round. Keep it extremely simple.
Round 2. Fight.
Steak getting that first one. And like you were saying earlier tonight, the Soul Steel from that range, relatively safe.
Yeah, and Steak's been almost exclusively using it at long range. Use of it at that point blank range where it will be a problem. Wow, big damage there from Steak. Kung Lao Master as well, 42%. Okay, Steak's gonna do the same combo. Are we playing horse? Oh no, never mind. I thought he was gonna put him on the cactus too.
And Joey doing all he can to bring himself back into this match. That's exactly punish.
Don't do the fatal blow on block, Joey.
Dash to avoid the third up skull. Catches the pressing button. Woolly fatal blow.
Oh, okay. Oh no!
Oh no!
The amplified spin didn't come out. Oh man, he got saved. Ed Boon protects. Steak should have closed it out there. You got a
The
final
great
round.
Kung Lao has been watching over the spirit of Joey this season.
Yes, he's gotten away with blocked fatal blows, blocked dive kicks, a lot of slight errors that could have cost him big.
Like I'm about to have the police on speed dial when I'm watching Joey play because
CCTV's on. You need to watch this guy.
and there's the interactable use.
Jump into empty throw. Nice. Very close here. He's got a huge life lead as well. Steak's in trouble. Challenges the Z-Hat. Gonna be first combo here for Steak, and he's gonna go ahead straight into Fatal Blow. He knows it's last round. Spend the resources.
And he needs that to get himself back into this match to attempt the comeback.
Yep, this is the beginning of the potential momentum here he needs. Caught him out of the air. Joey still no breakaway to stop this. Gonna have to eat the full damage. And now he's almost a combo away from death here. Joey needs to be very careful. Don't take too many risks. That'll do it though.
And just Joey's stagger game has been so on point that he's catching Steak, pressing buttons good amount of times. go let the gatito.
Come on, boy.
And there goes that first game to Joey. Grand finals, first of 3. Joey is sitting the winner side of the bracket. Only needs 2 more games. Of course, Steak does need to reset this bracket. Win 6 games.
He must be sleepy. Oh, he's probably been out there eating a bunch. I gave
Loud.
gorged himself.
Shang Tsung.
And gonna be the same character selection.
I've been liking Steak Shang Tsung so far.
Oh, yeah.
He was playing Shang early on in these tournaments, partly because Shang wasn't always legal. So, you know, that was definitely part of it, as Shang was kind of on the ban list, and then he's been kind of getting figured out as he's been in here. But I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of his Shang Tsung here. It's been really
Definitely.
solid.
And it's also how entertaining it is to watch, just because like he's one of the only Shang Tsungs I actually see constantly soul stealing and understanding like, yo, this is a pretty good tool that I could have access to. I can get brutalities on people
Right? Yeah,
with their
he
characters.
He was hitting combos. He just hit a big stick Kung Lao combo in the corner. Steak definitely showing off some pretty heavy knowledge of the game.
Yeah, but now Steak does have to win a couple games to tie up this bracket. But one to tie up the set, and then 2 more to reset the bracket.
And then the extra sketch will be shaken back to 0-0 again. That's quite the uphill. Meanwhile, Joey, 2 games away, claiming that spot. He's been chasing it for a while.
Catching him with that up skulls again, going with the big move. Nice blocks.
Alright, him up with the throw. Joey does have the fatal blow available. Next stray combo can do it. There's no breakaway now of it from Steak.
All these staggers as well. Has Steak just afraid to press those buttons? Is it going to be another throw here? It's from Steak.
Yeah, slightly correct prediction. Very close. Okay, got him. Fatal blow. No!
Oh, ducking under the last hit. The matchup from the air.
Oh my god.
Just a jump on kick. My goodness. The great Kung Lao is what? Call the police.
Fight.
He keeps doing it. He's just getting away with all sorts of goofy stuff. Unprecedented.
Oh my god. This has been such an amazing tournament to watch, and I'm so glad I had the pleasure to commentate this one.
Alright, he's sick. Alright, here we go. Dive kick to get in there. I like that use of the dive kick. Basically getting a hit on a jump in way further than most characters.
But he
Alright,
blocked the dive kick and decided just to jump over, and now he's in another combo here.
You gotta take full damage on those block dive kicks, or at least burn the breakaway. Like, you gotta get some resource out of it.
You can't just be
Breakaway
dive
available.
kicking for free.
Ooh, and there it is!
One more game, and Joey is gonna finally get the first place in this CGL tournament.
Joey has had enough silver medals. Today is potentially the day. One more game for Joey. One more. I really think, though, if Steak can reset the bracket, that might be the critical hit he needs to shake him up for the whole rest of the set. So,
Oh man, if I get reverse burger 3-0 in grand finals, and then I'm shook, man. I'll be shook.
Box special. He might be ordering another one. Let's go for it. Steak gonna stake it out with Shang.
You gotta order that reverse burger. Gotta get something grilling.
Exactly. Here we go. All right, so he is gonna be locking in with Shang almost. He's still considering it, and yes, this is Shang. Okay.
Locks it in, going to the tournament stage.
Well played, good pick. So this last 3 games now are gonna need to be W for Shang and Warlock Shang. No Soul Stealer, no spell useless. So Joey, however, he's gonna have that freedom to switch between a couple of different characters. He's gonna be able to not likely switch. He's got a Liu Kang, but he's gonna likely be able to maybe go with the Mega Hat. He's got some options here.
Looking like Joey just wants to finish it off right here. Gets that quick grab going into the Z hat. Trying to condition Steak in this last game. Like, I'll grab you all day today.
Exactly. These hands are coming. So the Z hat. Joey's hat tricks is looking real strong here. He's about to close it out. That'll crushing blow. No breakaway to stop it. And this should be the round here for Joey. Joey 1 round away from taking this tournament.
That was a weave vanish. My goodness, that couldn't have gone any better.
Whoa. Okay, there's the breakaway from Joey. Slow down the damage momentum. He needs to lock him back down. Move his way in. Oh, nice call out. He used the close drop, knowing that Joey was going to make his way in.
And now he's got him again with the throw. Has his back to the corner. Here does stay going again for the empty. The empty short hop into the throw. He's been going for that low quite a bit, but now the Z. Oh my goodness!
Oh, that's it! He's dead! He's got it! Cool Breeze Joey has done it! The Kung Lao pressure prevails here. The Shaolin has crowned him as the champion. Cool Breeze Joey will be securing that spot in Konsole Kombat II for the 10K prize pool.
And that is gonna do it. What a phenomenal showing from everybody that played today. Shout out to Joey. Shout out to Steak and to Hemi for just putting on such amazing match. Everybody that competed today.
Ooh, Crispy with the demonic clutches, grabbing people. That was so sick. That was some
Sir.
really solid MK here today.
And remember,
Joey will be our champ.
Yeah, Joey is our champ for this week, but that is not it for the CGL qualifiers. We still got a PS4 one coming up on November 3rd and the Xbox One coming up on November 10th. So, like, if you did not sign up, make sure that you go and sign up and meet us back here on Mr. Aquaman's channel.
Yeah, absolutely not the end of these streams. There will be plenty more, but that will do it for the 3rd qualifier for Xbox. We're going to go ahead and pull the results here just to go over it one more time. We got Cool Breeze Joey, as we just saw, claiming the whole thing. Steak in 2nd place. I think that's Steak's first 2nd place, so Joey passing the curse off along to him. We'll see if Steak can shake it a little earlier. Had Hemi in 3rd, and then there's something missing. Numbers don't. I'm looking at this, and they don't add up.
Yes, our top 8 was Joey, Tree, Blaze, and Hemi over on the winner side, and on the loser side, it was going to be Delicious. Excuse me. It was going to be.
Delicious made top 8? Okay.
It was going to be Steak, Blaze, Crispy, Trees. And of course, our winner tonight, Cool Breeze Joey, 2nd place being taken by Steak. And 3rd place going to Hemi. A very great showing from all our competitors. Great games from everyone tonight. Thank you for joining us. My name is Jesser.
I've been Dream Eater. Thank you guys for watching.